And here we are.
What's happening?
Oh, just hanging out with my friends.
Heck yeah. Well, we got myself and Log obviously on here tonight for Disturbing the Peace. And we also have a special guest, Mr. Jonatan Cortes, on here. And he is the founder, am I right, of Wake
Yes,
the Dead.
sir.
So that's
Yep.
a huge car audio show that is in Arkansas, which is used to be in Searcy, and now it is in Jonesboro, right?
Yes.
Okay. You want to tell us? You want to tell us how it started, how you got into the show side of it, and how it's going, and your level of participation and all that good stuff?
I just started as basically a hobby, just like anybody else, doing it for fun. Started the show just for us to have something to do, really. In Arkansas, we've had a small org, Arkansas SPL, and then I kind of turned that into, the final of Arkansas, just something to have because we don't have a lot around here. And it just kind of went from there. And in 2020, it's been Arkansas only, and in 2020 we opened it up to people from out of state. We had Duncan, we had JP, we've had a few others come out. Brock's been out, David Cook's been out. There's been quite a few out here for the show. Just something for us to have around here, really. So just kind of growing it that way.
Sweet. So 2008 to now, that's pretty good. Any idea what kind of numbers people wise you get?
We've had, before opening it up out of state, I think about close to a 70 was the loudest we had. Opening it up after, I think Joe Price has been one of the loudest it's been. Or actually, I take that back. Daniel Powell and his crew has been some of the louder ones that have been out here. Numbers wise, most of the guys from out of state don't come compete with us for some reason. Just come demo, hang out, basically just the demo side of it.
Yeah. Right. I mean, from what I've seen at the shows we've been going to is what's up, Wes? There's a huge percentage of people that go there just to demo. So I get that. I don't personally compete. Log doesn't really compete to compete. He goes there just to throw a number up, see what he's doing.
Yeah. Another thing we do, some other shows do it. What we do is we do the special awards, and you don't compete. Basically, just Demo King or Loudest Door, stuff like that. We do quite a few of those.
Yeah.
The way we get them to participate in something, whether they want to or not, I guess.
Right. Yeah. No, that's cool. So, I mean, as a demo participant, I like to see those kind of awards.
Yeah, those are awesome.
It's just kind of cool for people to get that kind of stuff. Clean install, deadliest demo, that kind of stuff. Love it.
Yeah. And the biggest thing we do is if you win one, we pick the best of the best for each one. That way you don't give, somebody 4 or 5 awards, and it just kind of spreads it out.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So Wake the Dead this year is Jonesboro, Arkansas. And you're at, what is the location, the venue called?
It's called, on the front of the flyer, it's called First National Bank Arena. It's actually an arena where they host concerts and stuff. It's right there in the middle, right under the P and the E.
Okay.
On the flyer.
Oh, here we go. So the best of awards, you're going to have a car, truck, bike, slingshot, Jeep, audio install, and then a lot of specialty awards for this travel.
And that's actually not all of them. I was going to say, that's not all of them. There's some missing too. Yeah, there's more than they don't know if it.
That's awesome.
Hold on, is there a trunk? Where's the trunk award there?
There is. Yeah, there's some right there under classes also.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, the audio classes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm talking about demo trunk.
Get out of here,
There,
Log.
there is. It's just not on that. It's not on that list.
Okay.
I
I'm
said
coming.
he's got more. He's got more. Hey, look what
Yeah.
the cat dragged in. What's up, Memphis?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, dude, we got you.
What's going on, Log?
Oh, just chilling, trying to
What's
get the backgrounds perfect.
Well, you lost your banner.
Oh,
Background of the car.
The Golden Trunk Award. That's
yeah, the Golden Trunk Award. Where's that one at?
only one person that could ever win that, though.
I'm gonna make one. No, if you make that award, there's gonna be people coming with golden trunks next year. Watch.
True.
There you go.
Build it, man.
So you might not want to make that award because then you won't be unique anymore.
Yeah, for real.
So,
No, they can always duplicate, but they can't replicate or backwards, whatever.
They kind of sound the same, but okay.
Jonathan, do you have any idea how many
You don't duplicate.
you had last year?
What was that?
Do you know how many participants you had last year?
Show, I think about 90 audio. We don't really count them now. As far as the competitors, I think we had about 120. I think it was about 120.
That's
That's
pretty good.
people that actually run the lanes. And again, that's probably 90% Arkansas guys, maybe 95%. And demo guys, I don't know, probably 60, 70, 80. I don't know. It's quite a few. We don't count them, and we don't charge for spectators. We don't do any of that. We basically just, if you come demo, and the only reason I charge if you come demo, it used to be free. All of it was free. The reason we charge when you come demo is because it's getting bigger. It's just hard to keep, people off that aren't really there to demo. So it's on there. Obviously, it's 40 to demo, 50 for the car show, and 75 to compete. Now, I will say, you see the special awards there. If you pay to compete, you pay the $75 one time, and the rest is free. So special awards used to not be on there at all. It was just you compete, and you're entered to get the free awards as well. The reason I put the special awards is because since a lot of people come from out of state and they don't compete and they want to do just that portion, that's why that's there.
Okay, gotcha.
So if you come and you pay 75, you can compete. Obviously, you can maybe win an award on competing, and you can do the special awards portion for free. And it's for every class. It's obviously one payment, and then we kind of judge what fits best within that.
Right on.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. I've definitely seen some pictures and videos of that show. It looks pretty awesome. So,
And it goes pretty late. I hear it's an 11
That's okay. So that's the kicker to that. So a lot of people ask, why do we do 1 day shows? Why don't we do 2 days? We get there and we set up at 6 a.m. We open up about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we are there. We've literally been there till 2 o'clock in the morning the next day. Because we're allowed to run at the old venue. We're allowed to run the audio till 11 o'clock at night. Sometimes we ran midnight.
wow.
And we would basically, do all our awards and finalize that. It's take us about, maybe 45 minutes or so, an hour possibly, and then we would do awards to follow. Now the car show awards, those are done usually about 2 or 3 o'clock. They're gone. And then we continue the audio portion. So really you're getting 2 days in one because of how long it is.
Yeah.
And we do it because we do a night portion. We have
Is
a
that
light.
an inside show or an outside show?
No, it's outside. So luckily, knock on wood, luckily, don't say it. The wife says don't say it. The last 15 years, we've had 1 day where it's rained.
Okay.
Wow.
So luckily, it's usually pretty good. So yeah, it's not bad. The weather's pretty good. We've had, I think, flurries 1 year. It's not bad. We used to be in the grass. It used to be a kind of like a stage with grass and all that and trees. So it was good. Where we're at now, it's pavement, but there's a couple of trees here and there. It's not a bad spot.
Nice.
And the hotel is like within walking distance. If you pull up the map, the hotel is like literally right there.
Really, that's cool.
Yeah. So if you want to stay at the hotel, I think it's $139 a night. Yeah, it's right there.
Not
The yellow is the car show portion. The red spots are spectator parking. That bottom one's a baseball field. Top is a football field. The blue is the audio. The teal is the hotel. The dark blue is the audio and the vendors. And then the green is the inside bathrooms, the food. Possibly they're going to do tacos and margarita festival inside the venue.
Oh, awesome.
And then wrestling. And then the purple is the competition.
Okay.
And this whole property to the left of, you can't see it on there, but to the left of that, like that whole property and to the left, all that is owned by the college out there. So
Wow.
nothing but college students, literally across the street. So if we're bugging anybody, it's just them.
What's the hotel that's there, anyways?
It's Embassy Suites, and then, like I said, it's $139 a night if you tell them it's for this event.
Okay.
Cool.
So
That's not bad. And the hotel being right next door is pretty killer, man.
no, it's actually in the parking lot. Like you can walk to it. There's no road or any dividing. It's all the venue. The whole thing's the venue.
That's crazy. I don't know of another event that's like that.
Yeah.
Arkansas.
There are.
It won't be.
At least the ones I've been to.
It won't be that hot in October, so that'll be.
Yep. Less blown and.
Usually it's not. And it being a long day, if you want to go to the room and cool off and then come back, I mean.
I don't know if it's gonna mean less blown amps, log, and less blown subs, but
there'll be less dead women by Memphis though.
Jonatan, Hurricane Memphis. I don't know. We don't know the status of her. He might have actually killed her. She got out of his truck at Sundown Audio Show and collapsed, and the ambulance had to come get her.
She had a heat stroke.
Seriously,
she's alive.
Okay.
We don't know this.
I'm gonna send her a care package of blown cones.
Do you even know who it was, or just some random person?
I have no idea. So I left to take myself a demo break, and I came back, and there was a guy and a young lady standing next to the truck, and I was like, so what I was doing is about every hour I would turn the truck off, let the alts cool, then I'd come back and I'd turn it back on. I'd give the alts about 5-10 minutes to charge the battery back up. So I came back and he was standing at the truck and he was like, "Are you still demoing?" I said, "Yeah." So, every time I said I was still demoing, I closed my eyes and opened it back up and there was a line of like 20 people. So I was like, "Yeah, let me turn the truck on. Let me get the alts charged up and then you can get a demo." He said, "Well, if you don't mind, there's a nice breeze coming through your truck. So I'm just going to sit in the passenger seat." So my brain was like, I do mind, but me being out there, I was like, "No, man, sure, just sit there." So he sat on the seat and she sat on the ledge of the truck. So alts charged up and I was like, "Cool, I'll give you a demo." And the reason he didn't know that breeze is because I had a fan on my side of the truck blowing air in. So I was like, "Cool, let's give you a demo." So I was like, "You and her can get in, you get in the driver's seat, she get in the passenger seat." So I think I played Chop Gibson's song, the one he used to play all the time, that Timmy Turner.
Yeah.
And I think it's like 16 to like 45 hertz. It's got like a 45 hertz kick, like in the beginning. And as soon as the kick started hitting, she started like blinking and looking funny. But I'm assuming by that time, my subs were throwing heat out of the port.
Oh, yeah.
So they get the demo. He's like, "Yeah, it's cool." She's just sitting there kind of looking weird. And then she gets out and then collapses. And I'm like, what the hell? The ambulance. I've never seen an ambulance arrive that fast on the scene. I've never seen it. Like she collapsed down. I looked over and the people in the Dropping Hertz booth were giving her, putting water on her head and things like that. And before I could look back to my truck, the ambulance was in front of my truck. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like I've never seen an ambulance arrive that fast. But she was good. She just had they said she had a heat stroke. So I mean, it was hot, but it wasn't as hot as everybody had described Sundown to me, because I was dreading the show. I was ready to go to the show, but I was dreading because everybody had told me it's gonna be so hot, and I hate being fucking hot. So,
bro, I know you're in Virginia Beach and it's pretty toasty there.
It's ass.
But bro, it's hot there. It's hot at sundown. Quit trying
It
to.
wasn't that bad this year, though, Mike.
It wasn't.
way
It
worse.
wasn't as bad as last year.
Yeah.
It was like maybe 85 degrees, I think.
You stop it right now.
It was not that hot.
Have y'all been to Scraping the Coast?
Mike.
Yeah, I went this year.
How was it this year?
It was.
it
I
hot?
never been before, but I mean, being on the coast, I actually didn't think it was that bad because you kind of get that coastal breeze coming in.
Yeah, that's what you would think about Virginia, but the coastal breeze is from the devil's ass here. It's horrible.
I came to Maida Steel. I was parked right behind you, Donald. That was hot. that was actually hot, man. That was ridiculous.
Right.
It was more than 85.
Angelita said 80. It was about 85.
I looked at Memphis. I wish I had a damn picture of him.
What at the show?
Dude, he had on a tracksuit, a leather tracksuit. It was all black and out in the sun, and I'm like, man, what is wrong with this guy?
I had on fatigue pants, a black t-shirt, and a black Dickie top with my shop information on it.
Oh, you just looked hot as fuck. I was hot just looking at you.
I was breezy. I didn't have on underwear, so I was good.
Oh, all right, that makes sense. I thought I saw something poking out. So anyway,
the flop.
So scraping or Maida Steel when it's 100 to 105. Trust me, I was there. I was at both of those. It was pretty hot. Honestly, it was hotter at sundown than it was scraping the coast.
Hey, thank you, Logan Johnson, for the 99 stars. What up?
Hey Google, turn on garage light.
Hey Google, turn off garage light.
That's why you're in my ears.
So do you have Jonathan, you got anything that you want to let anybody know about Wake the Dead that we haven't gone over?
I think I covered most of it really.
For anybody that's getting on right now, we got Jonathan Cortes on here. He is the founder, and he operates the show Wake the Dead, which is usually in Searcy, Arkansas. It is in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This year, it is October 19th.
I don't know why I thought that show was in Florida.
You know what? Last year I thought that was in Florida as well. I don't know why.
I saw something today that I literally either that or I think I saw something today that said something about it, and somebody must have commented something that said Florida.
You know,
my
who
brain
was
has
it?
been saying it was in Florida since.
It was Duncan. He thought he was going to Wake the Dead next month.
I got to figure out how far is Arkansas from Virginia.
Yeah,
I seen Duncan post up there where he was fixing the van up after sundown to come down here.
And he said he's got less than a month to get to Wake the Dead. He had that confused with something else.
Where in Virginia?
Probably.
I'm in Hampton, Virginia. My shop's in Virginia Beach.
In the Hamptons.
Yep, in the Hamptons. Not the Hamptons,
Was that
but
like
the Hamptons.
13, 14 hours probably.
Man, you could spend Jacob, you could spend your birthday in Arkansas, my guy. And Angelita, he made that video earlier talking about going and stuff, and said he had a month to go before Wake the Dead. And a bunch of people corrected him and said that's not till October, and that he should go to finals in Florida, which, by the way,
that's what
I will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida finals. That's next month. Everybody, I'm in Indiana. I'm going down for that. Unfortunately, Mr. Log won't make it.
Yep.
I don't think Hurricane Memphis is going to make it either.
It's only a little less than 14 and a half hours, Memphis. Wake the Dead.
14 and a half.
Just
Hey, in Memphis, the crew will be here. He comes.
I hear that he always goes to Wake the Dead.
He ain't
Speaking of the clue, since we're on that subject for a couple of seconds, so you remember I did all that to get him to add me back, and then he blocked me and deleted me again today because not today. I think it was last night because I told him that I was going to trademark his name and sue him if he called himself Jason again. So he deleted me and he blocked me, and then he had Tanya messaging me telling me to tell people to stop calling his job. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't have anybody calling your job. I don't even know your job's phone number.
Yeah.
Hold on. 1 second. I'm sorry, Memphis. I don't mean to cut you off, but I want you to look at the comment I got to post right now because you literally just fucking Dan Current into the fucking because you said blue. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I drug Dan in.
What's up,
John? What's going on?
What's up, John?
He called him a slit. I've never heard that. That's crazy. Yeah, he had some. I think it was actually Mike that was probably had people calling his job,
if anybody,
harassing him. I'm pretty sure it was Mike. It was either Mike J or Mike Bridge.
It wasn't.
It was one of the Mikes.
I don't even know where the dude works at.
Dude, I think if you say the clue's name like 5 times in the mirror, Dan Curran appears.
And
They're like fucking axe handles you in the back of the head and then fucking disappears again.
So, do you think the clue's actually going to come out to the show? Because I highly doubt it.
Well, he said Hurricane DeClue was going to be at Sundown 2025 or 2075, one of them.
Wake the Dead.
Yeah, he said he was gonna be at Wake the Dead. He didn't even say that Hurricane DeClue was gonna come to.
No, I sent that to y'all in the inbox. Remember, he said he inboxed me and said Hurricane DeClue 2025. So I'm gonna be interested, but I'm gonna have to wait and see if he starts a GoFundMe first to get it ready because that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
That's what he said. He said he was still quite a bit out on there.
Yeah, but he sent me a picture of a full steel enclosure. The floor is steel, like 1x2 steel fucking piping laid across the floor and welded together. And when I said that's not your vehicle, Jason, he got pissed off.
He's been sharing that same picture for over a year.
Yep.
Yeah, super zoomed in, so you can't tell what vehicle it is.
Yeah.
Like I could count the fucking dimes on the welds. Like that's how zoomed in it was.
Right.
And I was like, bro, it's not yours. Work at your own pace. If your truck's gonna take 19 years to finish, then let it take 19 years. But I was like, don't send people are questioning you about it because you're doing stuff like this. But
oh wow,
Jay, that's another subject.
Yep.
What's the next show that y'all got lined up besides finals?
After that, Ruckus, I think.
I got one next week. The end of the week.
Next week?
Yeah, Saturday. There's one. It's about an hour south of me. Y'all know Colton Talley, that single sub scrub.
Yeah.
DJ Smoking Lows. He's putting on a show like an hour south of me. So I'm gonna go to that and take my son and my daughter, or just my son. It just depends on if she wants to go or not. But give some demos.
Nice.
Yeah, Colton Talley, that's the guy who makes my music. If people don't know about him, you might want to hit him up right now while he's still reasonable because he makes outstanding music. He made my music. He made some music for Duncan, I think. He made some music for Matthew
Duncan
Brown.
Was playing him.
Yeah, that guy is a professional audio engineer. So I think that's what makes him different to me than a lot of people who make music. Is that he's a professional audio engineer, so his music is guaranteed clean. He'll set everything by peak for you, from your kicks all the way down to what lows you want to roll in, what frequencies you wanted to play. So he's really good.
Negative 5.5 dB, I think is what it does too.
Dan, you can get a demo anytime you want. Just let me know what show you're going to be at. As long as you don't name a show that's in like fucking Nevada, because you won't.
Wake the Dead, he said.
Wake the Dead.
Ain't that right, Dan?
Let's see what he says. Colton Talley is a beast of a builder too. Yeah, he is.
On this, I gotta use. I finally got his USB. I gotta go through and like check out what tracks have what range before I play it. And
You got Dropbox?
Hell yeah.
I got
If
the
y'all
US.
if any of y'all got Dropbox or want to set up a Dropbox account, I'll share the music that I have.
That's dope.
That's a great thing I love about Dropbox. Like if I have one and like say Matthew Brown has one, he can literally just drop his music in there. And when I open it on my iPad or, my phone or my laptop, the music's right there. Like no time. You don't got to worry about not having signal when you're at a show because it all downloads.
Hell yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Did you end up getting USB off me?
I did. I loaded your USB into the Dropbox today.
Okay. Don't be sharing.
I got one from you and I got one from Jacob. The one from you though, you playing like you got some fucking high frequencies in there.
It's a big mix, dude. There's like 30-some hundred songs on it.
Holy shit. Yeah, I saw like 9,000 folders in it. I was like, oh shit.
Like 52 folders. It's like I think it's between 50 and 100 per folder, I think. Something like that. I don't know.
What's up, Gary?
I'm gonna just put it in the truck and click play and just let it sit for 9 hours and hopefully something like the things that I like. I'm just have to click like love by it or something like favorite. Hurricane, how I do that?
Dude, I gotta take. I put
Oh, is it how do I do that? What are you trying to do, Logan?
Hurricane.
The Dropbox?
Who, me?
Who, me?
No, on here. There's a guy who just commented at the bottom. He said Hurricane.
Oh,
how do I do that?
How do I do that? I see that. I think that's probably what he's talking about. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, literally just download the Dropbox app. You can download it on your phone. You can download it on your laptop. You can download it on an iPad. I don't know about any of those Samsung devices, but you might be able to. And once you do that, you have that account. You can share that account with anybody you know that has one. And then literally once you share it with them, they can drop stuff in that folder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we do some new Got 160s. Where is this?
Jacob Morris. Maybe you can do some Post Malone for me.
I got Jacob's
5 tracks.
I got Jacob's too. I got his at the show right after I got Mike's.
I bought Logan 5 tracks. He's not happy.
Hey now. I mean, 10 more.
10 more tracks.
Yeah, 10 more tracks.
What do you want, man?
I've been asking Jacob to make me a song for months. Months.
He doesn't do it on demand. He will let you know when he's ready to make some damn music, all right?
I'm gonna be collecting Social Security. I just want him to make me a rebased version of Boats and Hoes.
You'll be the one getting heat exhaustion out of the ambulance. Oh, by the way, man, I know a lot of time I don't get out of my car because I just give demos out all day, but
you drove around.
I know how it is. So yeah, I went to drive. So I backed my car up from around the other side of the track. I was right on the exit of the inner circle.
Mm-hmm.
And I backed my car up. I went to go around the corner. I turned the corner. There's a damn ambulance down there with lights flashing. I'm like, back up, like looking down there. We waited, I don't know, gave some more demos out and shit. I see the ambulance roll. I go, all right, let's go. That's why I drove my car down and gave you a demo.
Oh, and here I thought I was special.
Shit. I got my car out just to come to you. You and Kyle. I drove the car down to your guys' spots and
yeah, man, because I didn't know it was gonna be that hard to get away from my vehicle from demoing. I had no idea.
Dude, it's hard.
I was not prepared.
Dude,
I was not. You made it plural. It was only one person, and I'm pretty sure she lived.
Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure. If not, you can just take the body to wake the dead, and she'll be fine.
True.
See, it all works out.
Redbeard is actually who I got those Post Malone tracks from for Log.
I still got to get some of his music too. I know I messaged him a little while ago about it, and he pretty much told me I was good to go for it. But then I met Cote and Tally, and I got his music. I got him to make me some stuff, but I still want to collect pretty much like music from a lot of different people except for Rusticles.
Oh yeah,
I have a subscription to Rusticles thing, but for some reason it played in the blue truck fine. But I think because I did this spicy ass tune in the white truck's like, fuck no, don't play that shit in here.
Dude, that white truck is nuts, man.
The tune is spicy as hell. Like if every time I tell somebody how I tuned those amps, they look at me like, "What the fuck?" I had a method to it though, so I did it. It's a negative 10 dB tune on my amps. I know. See how you looked at me?
Whatever your name is, Memphis. This is going to be in the nicest way possible. Your name is not Hurricane. I don't care if you finish.
Dude, I gotta make that into a ringtone or some shit. So when you call me.
Here's something interesting. Did you know that it only costs $49 to trademark that name?
And you know this because you did it.
I trademarked Hurricane. I'm
What's
gonna.
up, Colton? Speaking of the devil.
Hey, what's up, Colton?
There he is.
DJ Smoking Lows.
What's up, Thomas? He has some carnage.
Jake, what's going on, Jake?
What's up, Jake?
What up?
Thomas had a little carnage from the Sundown Show.
Who? I want to know who blew things at the show besides Steve Duncan. I know Steve Duncan blew something. I don't even have to check, but I want to know who else blew.
Josh Daly, one of his amps, the gain knob or whatever, must have desoldered itself from his board.
Did it full tilt the game?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Seriously?
Yeah, and so the amp was done, but the sub was fine. So he just pulled the sub either way, so it wasn't like free airing in the box. And he just demoed with 4 subs all day.
It's amazing that the sub survived it. Yeah, that was funny,
bro.
That hat beat the shit out of you,
dude. That hat was cutting my face up, dude.
Dude, look how it happened,
dude. I got a really good video of me putting my hat strap up against my chin really tight so you wouldn't steal my hat, and that shit ripped off anyway.
You know whose hat I couldn't rip off, and I tried? Fucking Hunter Martin. I think he fucking E600 his fucking hat on his head. Because I know he's bald under that hat, and that hat did not move. And I saw like the chin strap was like tight as hell. I was like, you probably put like a fucking knot in it or something. I was like, because that thing did not come off.
But yeah,
so I was like,
I didn't know, Kerry. I didn't know you trashed 2 subs. That sucks, man. You're gonna go carbon fiber on the next on the recall?
There it is.
What's up, Lila?
He threw 2 SDDNs.
Yeah, he probably ought to go with carbon cones now.
7 confetti. Oh, Blaine broke his door and 6 speakers.
I would imagine.
Damn, bro.
Blaine shit is pretty rowdy.
Bro, I still have not gotten a demo of his car, and I've been to like 3 shows with him there.
I know, but he was everywhere. Like I saw him all day, like everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like I couldn't catch him because I think I offered to help him fix something on his car until I realized how far away he was, and I couldn't I wouldn't be able to get there. What's up, Leela?
Hey.
What's up, Hurricane Lagerfeld?
What?
Hey, Kerry, they do have those cones in 18s.
I just noticed you.
Hold it right.
Noticed you. Hold Hurricane Lockers. I think everybody should change their name. Like I'm gonna get everybody's decals that just say Hurricane. And you gotta put it in front of whatever the name is on your vehicle.
Done deal.
Yep. Hurricane Mike.
Hurricane Mike.
So everybody's coming.
No, you can't do it for Mike though. He's got to be Hurricane Jake.
But everybody's got to come to the Hurricane Waking the Dead show. So I mean, it's the new name.
Blaine, I'm the same way, dude. I always got a plan on the way to a show where I'm like, I want to do in order get demos, but my problem is I'm not waiting an hour for a demo, and then I start zigzagging through the show, and then I end up back in my car giving demos out for 2 hours, and I walk around, do the same shit. Like I'm always trying to get it. I've never gotten a demo in JP's truck. Never. I've never gotten one. I've never gotten.
Me neither, because I'm not waiting that long.
No, I'm not waiting.
And you know what? The only reason I got demos this year is because I met half of the people at Sundown the night before,
Yep.
And I was telling him, like David Cook, he was like, "You never got a demo with my truck?" I said, "No, because every time I see it, it's a line, and I'm not waiting." He
Yep.
was like, "Man, fuck them." I was
Dude.
like, "Okay." He was like, "If you show up, I'll give you a demo." So I showed up. He gave me one. I went and got one from Matt. As long as I've been seeing Matt's truck, I never got a demo from him. So I got one from him. I got in Steve Duncan's. I got in Chris Lee's last year, so I wasn't getting in it this year. It was enough for me. And did anybody get a demo in the Guma?
I did. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got. He actually said that he turned it up the loudest out of the entire day with me because I was
Oh yeah,
in
pass.
there just taking it, and then I backed myself up into the corner and told him to turn it up. Like, what are you doing to me? I know this is louder.
Yeah, I was. I got in his at the, I think it wasn't Slam. I don't think. I think it was TDH. And yeah, that thing that van is nice.
Yeah,
And I could only imagine he got the new JPs in the back.
and the color coordination on that thing is really cool.
Like an Italian pizza. Like a pizzeria back there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that thing.
Wake the Dead's going to be, man, that's a killer. If let me pull these pictures back up for people that are just now getting on. But this is the venue for Wake the Dead. So this teal is the hotel. He said it was what, $139 a night?
Yep.
Yep. And then there's spectator parking up here and down here. Those are a football and baseball field, if I remember. And then so basically everything in this orange area is the demo, the lanes. There's
dark blue's the demo, yellow's the
I forgot to
show,
say.
greens.
I forgot to say the orange is possible because it's all closed. That street at the top, right there where the cursor is, that street is closed.
Okay.
I mean, it gets used to pass through for the students from, like I said, from the left to the Red Wolf. But that orange is possibly a cruise lane, like at Slam, that you can get in and drive around and check it all out. Basically, a cruise lane.
That'd be cool.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
So,
how big is that area? It looks pretty fucking big.
It's big.
The parking lot around the stadium is 1,000 parking spots.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Now, and then like I said, the one at the bottom is the baseball football field, so it's pretty big, the parking, and then the top is the football field parking. So for when they have football games, so it's pretty big. And that venue there, they do concerts. So.
Oh yeah, so that's huge. Yeah, we got a spotlight there here in the Hampton Convention Center, which is pretty damn huge.
So that was what did you say? It was Embassy Suites?
Yeah, Embassy Suites.
Okay.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's only one.
Yep.
If you go, I don't know if you're able to look on there. If you go to the Wake the Dead event on Facebook, it has everything on there. The address is. So if you go to it, so yeah, that's it right there. And see, there's the dorms on the left for the college. All that's the college if you zoom out. Yeah, all that's college.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's pretty nice. That's a big ass area.
Yeah, like let's see. That parking lot's 250 foot long.
Good Lord.
Just that one little parking lot. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of walking.
Yeah,
it's a lot of golf carting.
It's like 250 by 200, that parking lot. That one parking lot right here. That's pretty big, man.
Yeah, that's definitely golf cart territory.
Oh,
where's the stunt wall is going to be?
Yeah, where's the stunt wall going to be?
Probably the football field for the parking lot for the football field. I'm just joking. Normally I separate them, but we don't have true stunt wall guys out here. I mean,
I'll tell you where you should put them.
We got Dan.
Right over here.
There you go.
You'll still hear them.
Yeah, you'll still hear them.
You'll still hear them.
The show's here. We're gonna put the stunt wall guys way over here.
Yeah, put it right there where the white square is in the middle of the show.
We'll put them at the old venue in Searcy.
Yeah, do not put them there.
Right there, where the blue dot is.
Shoot.
I got a love and hate relationship with stunt walls. Like, I like them when you control them, meaning play it for a little bit,
and then call it a day. Like, maybe 5, 10 minutes maybe.
Oh shit.
And then give it a break. But some of the people I know with Stunt Walls, they like to play it for like, they want to play an album from like track 1 to track fucking 15.
Yeah.
All day.
And then at that
And
point, I'm like, yeah, I don't even want to be here anymore.
And there's no vocals in them at all. Like, it's not even an actual song that you can enjoy at that.
Right.
And half the time, it's not even English. Where in my
Memphis
area.
is just mad because he got forced to listen to Taco Taco Tuck for about 14 minutes straight.
I'm gonna build a big ass stunt wall and just play Baby Shark the whole time.
No, dude, listen. There's a way to defeat everybody, right? It just takes Mike J opening his doors and playing "Shut the Fuck Up" by Pink Guy for about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Get a stunt wall with a microphone.
I can just record voice memos on my phone and play them over the Bluetooth.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to everybody about their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ over my stunt wall with a microphone the whole time.
Our Lord and Savior Jason Cook.
Jesus Christ.
It's not even, the bad part now, it's not even just stunt walls because it's the fucking guys that have demo rigs now that are just loading up the back doors to death.
Yeah.
Hey now.
Hey, most guys are reasonable, but I'm gonna tell you, I had to have a conversation with dude at Ruckus that was in the same booth as us because I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro, we can't even have a conversation because you've had the same song played 4 times in a row. I'm like, it's got to stop. I get it. That's a great song. Everybody likes all the notes.
But by the end of the show, every fucking word.
Yeah.
No.
We were at Ruckus last year. It was a green Tahoe parked right across the road from us, opened his barn doors up facing us instead of facing the field and fucking cranked it to the max, dude. I was like, hell no, this is not going to fucking happen.
It's just to the point where you can't even talk.
Hey,
like you can't even have a conversation, Brian.
But I will say the Ruckus crew shut that shit down pretty quick. I think the guy left, to be honest with you.
Because we don't like stunt walls.
There was a couple guys on day 2 at Ruckus last year that were really respectful about it. They were like way in the back and they were like just taking turns, turning on their stereo for like a minute.
Look at Leland talking about just Leland's truck is loud. I forget I was at the show at Sundown and I was walking by and I had just like walked by where she is and I think she just so happened to, as soon as I got behind it, it came on. And it scared the shit out of me. I was like, yep, PTSD.
Dude.
I think I told Mike at Sundown about that. That fucking squatted Tahoe.
Yeah, with the back.
I walked back behind it and I'm like looking in and like
the back's got that big ass.
You try to be nice and like accept everybody, right? So you walk up enthusiastic. You're like checking it all out. And I'm like fucking this far from them BNC. And then motherfucker turned it on full tilt, scared the shit out of me. I could have fucked a hole through this fucking song.
That it, Kyle. It's a big black. It's literally sitting like this.
He's got like fucking 36 inches of lift in the front, and the back end is squatted. Like it's got to take a huge.
That might be the one that's on our team. We got a guy on our team that has a big, pretty ass black Tahoe that's super squatted.
It's got big polished wheels on.
Yeah, Bobby Wright.
Yeah, Bobby Wright. Okay.
That was him.
I got some good pictures of the guy.
Shit out of me.
That's who got him. That's not who I was talking about.
I'm about to say I don't think he was at. I didn't see him at Sundown. He may have been. I didn't get to see a lot of stuff.
He wasn't. Okay. I would have seen. I recognized that anywhere.
I'm about to say you can't miss it because that thing comes in on a trailer.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! You can't drive that thing.
You can try.
You could try.
Yeah, you can try. I've seen close to that driving around, and I'm like, that has got to be the dumbest shit ever. Because I'm like, you can't even see.
No.
It's like the epitome of trying to go up on a trailer every time.
It's not like walking up behind somebody when they got 2 6.5s in the back. It was just like fucking just out of nowhere, and it's like, okay. Try to be nice to walk away. I'm like, yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah.
So is everybody past their 2 weeks of I didn't want to hear music for 2 weeks after the show?
Hey, thank you, Steve, for the 200 stars.
I've been full tilting on the way home to work and back every day. So.
That's ridiculous.
Bro,
yeah, I've been driving in silence, listening to audiobooks by Samuel L. Jackson.
Full tilt.
He
like, buh.
He went on there and he's like he bought the what was it? What would it be called? The Book of Motherfuckery.
Yeah. I'm gonna listen to the digital audio book of Roots from beginning to end, or the 10 Commandments. Like that's got to be I still don't want to hear music yet.
No,
Yeah.
I've been playing mine. I figured my power level out pretty good, where I can maintain about 300 to 350 degrees on the coil, and it's doing good. So
if you ever get hungry and you want to fry bacon back there, you're good.
oh hell yeah.
How's that windshield holding up?
The windshield's cooked, man. My roof has got. When I was at Made of Steel, I had a rip in the roof that was about a half-inch long, and it's almost 3 inches long right now.
Is your sub still alive?
Oh yeah, my sub's fine. It's not. My sub ain't even dimpling yet.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you.
I know
We
who
walked
it
up on
is.
Kyler's car with the waitresses from the fucking barbecue joint.
Yeah.
I thought Kyler had killed a sub, and he's like, "No, that's Mike."
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm not talking like a door open. Your doors were closed,
Yeah, and it's just breathing
and it
smoke.
was fucking strong. Like somebody had a leaf blower of burnt coil. Just I'm like, holy shit.
You know
He's
why?
like, yeah, I had it up over 450 on accident. I'm like,
You know why that? Well, yeah, that was log. Log was in there, but
look at him smile.
Dude, so I epoxied the former, and I accidentally went down right on the top of the coil winding. So it just smells all the dude. Anything over
Stinky.
160, it's just reeking, man.
I'm there with
Well,
you.
you see, Chop got
put-
his up to 600 fucking degrees.
33.
Him and me were talking. He asked me, he's like, how hot were they? Because Kyler come over, and I did that behind Blue Eyes. Like,
Yeah.
I think it was like the 17 hertz version or whatever. I played him that full song. It's like 3 minutes and something. And I played him 2 other songs. We got out, and he's like, how hot are they? So I had him get back there and reach, and he went to touch the ring. He's like, bro, that vent space was literally too hot to touch. So he pulled out his little meter and put on it. It was 586 degrees. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I never even had him over like 400 but once.
Yeah, that's
You were 20 degrees away from blowing your shit.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, any other time that I've ever had them in there, if they've seen over 450, they just slinky. These ones were Gucci. They were happy. Whose is that?
That's Chop, one of Chop's subs from this weekend.
damn.
You should see look at Justin Irby's. He blew a hole in one of them. In the
So
car.
Justin blew that with me in the truck, by the way. I have the craziest
nice.
video you'll ever see of that. He was giving us demos, and I'm like, bro, I know they got more than that in it. And he's like, you really want to do it? I'm like, yeah, give me something hard. So he hit me with some fucking song. And like,
What'd you just say? Say that again.
Don't Jim. He come over and he got his kid in the driver's seat, and he's like, all right, don't touch the knob or anything. I'm gonna give it one really loud and shit. He goes to turn it up, starts rolling into it, and I'm like, all of a sudden it hits 3 notes all at once, and you hear pop, pop, pop. And set everything into protect, and he's like, yeah, something happened. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, it was fucking nasty. I mean, that was my favorite demo of the day. I'm just gonna tell you now.
You got every frequency at one time.
Dude, it was fucking. It scared the hell out of me because it sounded like somebody shot off a fucking 9mm pistol in the truck. But it was loud and it sounded great. And then he went over and shot a demo right after.
Than me.
But
y'all are better than me when it comes to that. Like, first off, I didn't full tilt my truck not once at the show. I told myself before I went to Sundown, I was like, when I get to Sundown, I'm gonna turn it up. I didn't want to turn it up in the shop because I didn't want to blow shit before I got to the show.
Yeah.
So I get to Sundown and I realized like at the end of the day, I'm like, I didn't turn the knob over what I usually turn it up in the shop. But I think because the subs are breaking or broke in already now, that it just plays harder.
Yeah.
But I was demoing. I told myself I was like, I'm gonna give 30-second demos. It'll be quick. People can get in, they can get out. I was demoing full songs for fucking everybody. And
I think you gave 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah, I think I did give you 2 songs. And then it was and I would check the temperatures. The temperature would be like 130. I'm like, yep, turn it off. So I'm like, and people are like, yeah, mine's at 600. I'm like, shit.
Dude, when Chop said over 600 degrees, I'm like, man, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, that's crazy. So he's got the sun in the back of his fucking truck.
Yeah.
I'm like,
how
I
hot
can't imagine the heat coming out of his
sub-amps
door.
to?
Huh?
How hot have you gotten your guys' sub amps up to?
130 degrees.
150.
So we thermaled the Salt 8s in the truck at 212.
Oh wow, what the
I don't know why it took them getting that hot. I think it's because I've got 8 fans stacked right or down each side. You can't see them, but there's a fucking wind turbine down each side of them loading walls firing right at the amps. But when I shut the fans off and we got that thing, the heat signature was 212 degrees. I told him, like, dude, that's literally fucking boiling. But
That's crazy.
let them sit for 10 minutes and come back, and we demoed again, and they were fine. I'm like, man, everybody's scared at like 1:30. I'm like, what the fuck? Because
Just so everybody knows, my fan in the back of the white truck, that fan is for show because that shit doesn't blow air on none of my amps. It blows the air on the fucking battery. So I'm like, my battery's cool.
This is where y'all fucked up. You just need to be like me, put your shit in the wall. You're good.
Yeah, I need to, but you're seeing fucking 200 plus in there.
Yeah.
Because your port is literally blowing the hot ass air off the subs onto and the fans is sucking it and blowing it right on the amps. But
you know what though? I'll tell you this.
And come out, it's good.
I thermaled them 3 times, but I played the truck literally sealed up like half the show, and they were fine. We didn't kill anything. I mean,
yeah, that's another brave thing I saw you doing. I didn't. I can't.
It wasn't sealed up. I take that back. I didn't play it sealed up at all. We played it on half power, and we gave it only 55 hertz and above.
What lies?
Yeah, you sealed me up in there.
I saw you have that.
It's like 14 hertz or some shit.
Did you see Chase's demo, man?
What's up, Kristen?
He got in the truck, and then he gave me a high note. He's like, "Well, I play pretty low," and he gave me 26. It sounded good. I'm like, that low note in my truck's something different, man. He's like, "Nah, man, it'll be all right. I do 63, 64." I'm like, "All right, man, let's go." I put him in the truck, and I rolled the window up and gave him that NC at like 14 hertz. And he's like, "What the?" You see him in the video, like, "What the fuck?"
It's different.
The words because the door's moving like that far, doing a hair trick with the window up.
Yeah, the DB is different when you hit it at different frequencies.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you right now, like his truck, I don't want to sit in some shit that does a 63 or 4 at like 50 hertz. That shit, it hurts.
No, I'll pass.
But a 62 or 63 in the 20s, I could sit in that shit all day and have a blast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was only certain, like, if you notice, I didn't play that Timmy Turner that much because just the kicks in the front, I'm like, it has the kicks and then it plays low and then it rolls up to like fucking 40 plus. And I'm like, yep, nope. Colton sent me a song and I tested it in the shop and he didn't tell me. I mean, it said 20 to 50. But I'm thinking, like, you know how when they do that range is because it might touch that frequency a little bit and go back away. No, that shit had like, I want to say like 3-second 50s in it. I was like, holy shit, nope. I fucking called him immediately. I was like, yo, take that frequency out.
I like them big, like that cryo sleep song that I played for Brian Chamberlain in there. Mm-hmm. It starts at 47. It's got a 53 hertz like real quick high note, and then it dips down to 18. And most of the songs between 18 and 26. And I told him like, I like that though. I like the big massive sweep. He's like, why do you like that?
I do too.
I'm like, because I want to show I can play fucking everything. I don't want to be loud.
Bandwidth. It's all about bandwidth.
Yep.
I'm telling you now, I got Justin's good demo. I'll tell you who gave me a really good demo that surprised me was Zachary Campbell. You guys see him?
I don't know names. I know vehicles.
Zach, he's got that gold Cadillac. It's got like I think 8 or 9 Audio Ace 15s in it. Mm-hmm. On some random ass amps I've never seen before. I don't even know what the fuck they were, but there was 4 2700s in it. The truck probably does
some team pies.
They weren't even team pies. They're like he said it's some guy that's local to him that has them made. Like that, the cases are shit. They're like hand machined, man. Like literally somebody hand machined them on a CNC.
Oh wow! But
they look cool. They worked, and he was giving me a kick ass demo. But I got a good one from him, and then Bill Calhoun. By the time we were done messing with that one was fucking jamming.
Yeah.
Here's a question: when you choose amplifiers and equipment, is part of you choosing it because of what it looks like?
Thanks, Kristen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought my teams because I'm like when Ron got them originally before I got them, I wanted the biggest thing that I could possibly buy like with money, and that was the biggest subs that you could buy. Like there's nothing bigger than them at the time. So I'm like, man, those things look great. I only realized after I got them, talking to Fuller and Brian and everybody, that they're actually really efficient for a 4-inch coil woofer. But
what about those 10,000 RMS subs that came out a long time ago?
Stop it.
Which one?
I can't remember the name of them. 10,000 RMS subs that literally
exactly what you're talking about, but I can't think of what that name was.
They killed somebody.
Yeah.
It
Oh
disintegrated
shit!
it.
Talk about
It
the
makes
Omega
it.
40Ks.
There you go. It makes a pressure wave that will
Goddamn,
collapse the roof and blow out the
Listen, I said
windows
I'm
at the
trying
same
to
time.
out and play a bandwidth. I'm not trying to crush your damn rib cage,
The Omega 40K.
bro. we got to fuck around and watch out with them toroidal coils. You don't know how many fucking
Oh, right.
how many amperages you might be trying to make.
Fucking flux capacitors.
Capacitor.
Right.
The fucking coil's 3.5 feet long, and it slaps harder than your mama. You don't even know.
But imagine the excursion and the 10 inches of excursion.
You know what? When you say that, you know what I think back to, and Mike and Log might know this. You might even like back in the day when I was really like big into car audio as a teen. Brad Schulke was just coming out with them fucking subs that had like 10 different kicker and like junk ass surrounds all like glued together. So the surrounds like, you know, fucking 13 layers of different surrounds stacked, and the dust cap was the cone, and he would stack a motor on top of motor, so they'd move like fucking 3 feet.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
They were horrible, man. They sounded like crap. He's like, man, this is going to be the future. Lo and behold, 10 years later, nobody's doing it.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Not happening.
Dude, I gotta say real quick, we met. I met and had a pretty good conversation with Jay Jones, his boy Tyler, and Dave Kemp, all from Canada. And man, those are some of the coolest dudes, down to earth. Like, actually have a conversation with you, and not just like, you know, bullshitting their way out of the conversation as quick as they can. So shout out to the Canadians.
Hey, Dave
Oh,
said
yeah.
it right there. He said he's bringing
Yeah, Dave Temp.
Dave was, you know what? I met Dave for the first time. What was that, Mike, with you on Friday?
Jake's
Thursday.
stupid ass.
And he was fucking really nice, man. Like, he walked up and had a conversation and shit. I'm like, you look like you got too much money to talk to me.
Look at Jake.
Just look like the nicest guy. I show him my truck and the pictures and stuff, and then he shows me a show quality or car that's worth probably like 4 of my truck. And I'm like, oh, my truck's not cool anymore.
Here's a question: How many non-audio people's nerves have you gotten on since Sundown, showing them shit that they didn't want to see? That's me. Everybody at work has seen every Sundown.
Oh yeah. I
They're
was
like in the middle of a professional conversation. I'm like, yeah, but look at this.
Yeah, it's two extremes too. Like, you can show somebody something like a video. Like, I showed a video of me in your truck, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, you know, it's one of two extremes. One is, holy shit, that's fucking cool, and one is, are you retarded?
Yeah, I keep getting the holy shit, that's fucking stupid. Like, I get that like every time I show somebody. They're like, what the fuck is that? Like, it's surprising that
the trademark needs to be how do you have any hearing left?
Yeah, because you hear
because
that all
they
the
think
time.
that all low bass just blows your ear holes off. And you can't hear anything. I'm like, no, listen, I did grenade days of the military. Memphis knows what I'm talking about. You don't talk about losing some fucking hearing. Go watch a grenade grow off.
No, let somebody fire a 50 cal by your head and you don't have those earplugs in right.
It's just like Asian from was it from Asian when the dog barks in his ear? Is that right in the fucking ear?
Yeah, I've had that. Firing a gun with no ear pro is
that's every time you
ridiculous.
get in Mike J's car and he gives you a demo with them fucking mids in his door, man. I'm gonna tell
I've
you
been turning them down, all right?
If Rogue Audio wasn't such an amazing company to work with, them Sundowns are awesome. And his doors, they like, honestly, every time I hear Mike's car, it kind of makes me upset. Because he has doors like he's got a 160 build in there, and it's insane.
Did you get a demo from Matthew Brown?
I did it again.
He demos with the door speakers at full tilt too.
Yeah.
See, I want to get demos from guys like them, but when I'm at the shows, I don't know how you guys look at it, but I try to. I'm like, you know what? Listen, I know Matt's truck's loud. I know Steve Duncan's truck is loud. You know that you're going to get in rods and get a good demo, but like, I always looked at it like I wanted to be the guy that walked around and got demos from the people who have smaller builds. And I'm not saying this to be rude, but like in retrospect, Log's build and Mike's build, they're not like, it's not like a 618 build on fucking 100,000 watts. That's the kind of stuff I want to go give some love to, because those are the people who might not be able to do something as big or have the aspirations to, but they can't. It's like John, me, Damien, and a couple of the guys walked over to a kid who had a Charger over there, and he was like really, really upset. He's like, "Can you guys look at this for me? I don't know what's wrong." He ended up smoking both of his subwoofers.
Oh shit.
So we took him over and introduced him to Brian and shit, and got him hooked up with some drop-ins and shit. By the time he was done, he's like upgrading and bought 2 more subs. So
Nice.
that's kind of cool. But that was
that's
that
good
dude that
stuff.
was parked over next to Chop. And
Oh,
Justin,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
nice guy.
I mean-
I just felt bad, but he's like went to turn it up, and you can hear the subwoofers, like, you know, when the coil starts to unwind, you start hearing it make contact.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
like
low
stepping
volume.
stepping on a bag of fucking Doritos.
He's like, "What's wrong?" And he popped the trunk. I'm like, "You got 2 Salt 8s on 2 stock ZV6. What the fuck do you think's gonna happen?" That's too much for somebody like Log who knows what he's doing.
I had a customer who had some scars and he wanted to he had 2 EVL 12s and he asked me could he buy one of my DC 7Ks and I was like no. And he was like, why not? I have the money. I said, because you do not want to put that on those 2 subs. You will not have them.
Shit, you can do it once.
Yeah, he can do it once. He can
You can do it
burp
once.
Yeah,
One
he
time,
wants to
real
just-
good.
Yep. And then it's gonna smell like fucking burnt jelly beans for the next fucking 2 weeks.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, like, I had a good time though. Like to go up there, we drove all the way there. I gave every bit of 200 demos during the day. Shut the truck down and then drove it back and still was playing music. Like John and I got on the highway, pulling out of there, and we got stopped like 6 or 7 times on the highway between North Carolina and Georgia for people wanting demos, and shit was kind of cool.
That's
You
cool.
actually stopped.
But every time we'd get stuck, it's fucking weird, man. Because North Carolina, like, we went out to a car meet after the show on Saturday night. We found a car meet down there at Taco Bell and Walmart. Man, there's had to been 1,000 cars there. We gave out probably another 50 or 100 demos. Just people walking up over and over and over. They're like, all the kids that were parked by us all had Sundown subs and shit. I'm like, that's crazy because where we're at down here, it's all everybody's got DS18.
Yeah, but it's Sundown's like literally 2 minutes from
But
everybody
you
there.
But you get how cool that is because where we're from,
Yeah.
like I pull up with Sundown and everybody's like, Sundown's crap. You know, DS18's the best. And I'm like, all right. Yeah, you know everything about what you're talking about. So I'm not even gonna. Yeah, you know more.
I shove stickers up ass.
Yeah, and then Kristen took us out to dinner with JS on Friday. By the way, if you guys don't know, Kristen is the owner of JS Alts with her father, Jonatan. They took us out to dinner with their staff on Friday night, and fucking waitresses were there. Like, man, somebody pulled up and all the glass was shaking on the building. It's like, yeah, that was probably us. She's like, you? I'm like, yeah, we're in town for a stereo thing. She's like, Sundown? We're like, yeah. She's like, can I get a demo? We're like, fuck yeah.
Oh, nice.
So we put her in like 10
that's
cars in
pretty
the parking
cool.
lot.
Yeah,
The owner's over there. He's getting demos and shit. I thought it was kind of fun.
That's dope.
But
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
she ended up she was at the show on Saturday. We got her in Kyler's truck, and then
Yeah,
they
brought
we
your
got
dad
it-
brought her to me.
Yeah, they got a demo in my car too, both of them. There was 2 of them,
Yeah,
right?
Your dad showed up with him, and he was like, "Hey, these are the 2 girls we met at the restaurant. You mind giving them a demo?" And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
Did you kidnap them from the restaurant and bring them here? How did they get here?"
they got demos and shit. And she come over. And I know you've had to see the movie Memphis. Was that Mo
Which
Money
movie?
or whatever? Where the
Yeah.
Mike Epps is in the fucking Cadillac as a pimp. He's like, my whole family been pimp.
Yeah,
And look, 2 girls are in the back seat, and he slaps them in the face, and they're just like,
that's how it looked when your dad.
They
walked up and
got
he
out
was
of
walking
your
in.
shit, dude. In the video, they got out like.
Oh, it's about their hair. I didn't see the video.
Dude, I'll send it to you. We got videos of all of them. I got video of them in Chase's car getting like a 47 hertz note to the face, and I'm like,
Holy shit!
I know I don't like that high note, so I know they.
Nah,
I'm like,
I
bro,
don't.
you gotta put some virgins in your truck and then give them fucking full beans at high note. You know that's mean.
And then since I've taken the back off of I took the back off my seats because they were blocking the port.
You see Dave in the chat,
And the bass rolls up that space in between the back of the seat and my wall, so I don't play high notes because it rolls right up my ass crack. So I'm not doing that. It does not feel pleasant at all.
Anybody that's ever had a demo in that truck, when I play anything 30 hertz and above, you get out, your back itches. I don't know what it is about them fucking OBS seats, man, but they like smack your back all the way up your spine. The shit just
He
makes.
said, "Need to find a tilted kilt or a Hooters next."
Yeah,
There is one in Hickory.
Dave. Dude, I didn't even have it turn up that loud when we pulled in the restaurant.
Levi.
All heard
No,
you.
I didn't know
We all
Levi said, "What's wrong with the high notes?" You know exactly what's wrong with the fucking high notes.
Yeah.
Now, you asked the mystery question that everybody knows the answer to. Like, fuck that.
Listen, if you're gonna build something with bandwidth and shit, and you're gonna have a high note, that's cool. Like, have a high note. Don't get me wrong, but Don't put me through it, man. I don't want that shit. I always ask. I ask everybody what they want when they get in the truck. I had Bill get in his car, and then his wife got in. She's like, "Can you play me something different?" I'm like, "Well, I got REO Speedwagon rebased." And she's like, "You got fucking REO Speedwagon shit?" Hell yeah, we played the whole song. I'm like, "Yeah."
Log's name, he said, makes the booty hole feel good. That's why it's called the brown note.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what I decided. Everybody talked me out of this, Mike, and you better be fucking lucky. I was not gonna put a seat on the passenger side. I was gonna build a wooden fucking bench.
Oh,
And you would have turned right straight to like asshole status 11. Because that you don't even got a back to your seat already. That's why that shit goes right up your back. Because there's no seat. I go to get a demo. I'm like, this nice ass truck. I open it up. I'm like, man, that's a nice looking truck. There ain't no back to the seat.
I took
where the fuck the rest of your seat go?
Because when I put the full seat in there, like if you notice my first couple demos in the shop, the full seats are in there. But if you can tell, I'm damn near sitting on top of the fucking steering wheel. So I was like, nope, fuck this. Not about to do the same thing all over again. So I was like, I wonder if I take these seats apart, will the bottom of the seat still work with like all the electronics? And it did. So I was like, cool. That's what people are getting. But I think I'm gonna build a cushion part that mounts onto the wall, just so when you lean up against the wall, you kind of got a cushion for the back seat.
Oh,
you know, all you need for that on Amazon is the EVGA cosplayer foam they sell, man. Put like 2 of them big 8-inch roundovers back there, like lumbar support, just 2 of them. They sell it.
I'll staple a fucking dog bed from Petco up there. Like you better be lucky with what you get.
At that point, just keep the seat out, motherfucker. Save yourself some money.
You come in and I just staple the pillow to the wall. Like you'll be.
Then
fine.
I go over to Mike. Mike's sitting there. He's like, "You want a demo? I got AC." I'm like, "You know what? No, fuck you. I ain't." How you gonna invite me in there knowing my hot ass just spent 16 hours in the truck in the fucking heat?
Hey, I was trying to save your ass.
Yeah,
that's why you keep.
Until you open the door up and I get hit with burnt bacon for fucking 23 minutes. Dude, it smelled so bad. Like, I'm gonna tell you now, like you should have won an award. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, if they won an award for best like log, I'm gonna tell you right now, best sub wrinkler, Mike J.
Like if you
he get that stank on it, man, like OG stank.
If you say it out, hey,
look at that.
Who's that sexy man in a white shirt?
I wanted to throw this up because you guys know Hector Martinez. He's in here. He's usually in here. So Duncan said it was real hard to choose between you 2 guys for that award. By the way, I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did. I told him, I said, that's who I wanted to get a demo from is him, but I didn't get a chance to get around that much.
I've been chasing Hector at, I think this would have been the 3rd show I was chasing to get a demo from his truck. And I went to his truck probably 4 times, man. There was a fucking line like 15 people deep. I don't like cutting lines. I've never cut a line before, but it was getting towards the end of the day. I walked over to Hector's window. I goes, "Man, I'm going to have to catch you at the next show." He goes, "No, man. Get in." He goes, "I'm done with this one. Get in." I go, "No, I'm not cutting the line." He goes, "Get in." So I snuck around the back side of the truck, and I'm doing this little number, getting up towards the front. And Heath, how do you say his last name? Gillian? Big ass Heath. And I just snuck my way right past him and he basically opened the door, and I slipped right in the door. I'm like, "Please don't hit me." I go, "But man, I've been trying to get a demo of this motherfucker." Dude, that truck is nasty, man. That thing.
Yeah, it looked like it. I saw Steve Duncan's demo in it. I was like, yeah, that looks nice. I was like, that's one that I would have wanted a demo.
What all does he have in there?
What's that?
What all does he have in? What all does he have in there?
He's got 4 SDDN, I think 18s. It could be 15s.
No, he's got 4 SDDN 18s on the side. It's basically what I've got in my truck.
It's all salts, ain't it?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Got a nice build.
I think he's pretty much full Sundown in that truck, except maybe his mids. I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah.
Who's doing a 167, Jake?
I think Hector is.
Oh, I was looking. I thought Jake had said he was. I was about to say, God damn, because I saw he just finished his enclosure, if I'm not mistaken, a little while ago. I was like, God, you got fucking a 67 out of that? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, man, that truck is nasty.
No, I thought it was Jake Wyatt who said he got a 67.
Oh, that he was doing a 67. Damn.
Yeah, I was like, ridiculous. Because have you seen Jake just finished his enclosure? Did you see it?
Right. He does have the.
Yeah, I think it's like a C pillar, if I'm not mistaken. Like a C pillar 4th.
Hey,
What?
who owned the red truck, the red Tahoe that was parked next to me?
What is it?
I don't know. I got a video of it.
Red Tahoe
The
that was
candy
parked-
red one?
Yeah,
Leela?
I
It's a
don't know.
different one. No, this is a different one.
Leela was on
It had,
one
it had
side
big ass,
and
like 30
and first,
inch chrome wheels on it.
yeah, first 48. That was on the other side of you. I think that's one of Leela's people.
I felt bad, man, because he must have been having some issues or something. Like I'm not saying to be rude, but every time he turned it up, it was like something was fucking dying. I don't know what was going on in there with this Vincent Highs.
That's why I do so much testing before a show.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you now, like it was so bad with his door open. I was like, fuck. I started playing with the driver doors sealed up. I'm like, I ain't trying to be
shit.
rude or nothing, but it was rough because even like Thomas walked up, he's like, what the hell's going on with that thing? They need to get somebody in there. And they were working on it, doing something, and then simultaneously at the same time, you got David Cook in front of him with his bass knob that blew up. So I'm giving him a bass knob to use, and then right next to him, Chris Lee's truck overheated because he forgot to turn his fans on from his van.
No, I thought he started pissing fluid out the front.
Yeah, he did. Right in the middle of all that bullshit we were standing there, and the next thing we look over, his fucking radiator caps just blowing fluid everywhere. My dad reaches in the back of the truck. I keep a couple gallons of coolant in there. Dad runs over to help him. I'm like, well, give him what he needs. I don't wish nobody bad luck, right? So take what you need if I got it. But
I need $50.
You need $50. You need $50.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that guy up at the top right with the Wake the Dead logo looks like he got money. I'm gonna volunteer his money because he's got more than me. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll make you a contribution right now. I have 2 of the finest dimes and a quarter. It's a good contribution. You should take it.
Back when I was a kid, I could get something with that.
Hurricane
Houston, how many clicks you got left?
I had 5 clicks left.
No, I had 4.
All right, I was close.
I didn't turn a knob up over 8 or 9, and it goes to 12. And it's weird because I don't know what it does at 12 because I've never turned it up for myself either. So that's the plan. One of these days, next week, I'm not even gonna look at my truck this week. I didn't even send my truck back to the shop. I sent my truck straight to the Drop and Hertz warehouse. Like that's where it is right now.
Yeah.
I sent it straight up there. So I'm gonna go up there next week, and I'll probably full tilt it in the warehouse and knock a bunch of fucking equipment off the shelves, and then call it a day. Cody's gonna chase me out with a fucking broom if I do that. So I'm gonna do it.
I got Wes in the truck. Everybody was like, how's it doing? I'm like, man, I was giving it everything clean that it had on the 2 amps. I felt bad. I wanted to get more, but
I think me and Log are both full tilt every demo.
I gave it everything it had clean. I've got like 30 or 40 volts AC of like, into clipping, but try to keep the truck alive. And then fucking you got Log up there. He's like, we get full tilt. He's like, well, I've got 120 volts of clip.
Right.
You run that bitch straight to the ground. He's like, fuck this roof. I don't care.
That's why logs fucking subs when you slow mo them always look like fucking elephant assholes, like they're ready to be fucking wrinkled up.
I walked up looking at fucking Mike's car and I'm like, God damn, dude, his fucking roof, his windshield, his back windshield, his doors. I'm like, the whole car looks like it's trying to breathe.
It's gonna be a fucking convertible.
I think at this point, I think you just need fucking. I'm gonna tell you what you need. You need a whole rebody on the car.
Pretty much. Off the frame. I'm
You know
gonna get a truck big enough.
Do is my buddy's got a auto body shop and he's got a rotisserie for vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to.
You should build an enclosure big enough to put your car in it and turn the whole thing into a 4-footer.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Build a box or get a bus and just put it in the back of a bus.
Just drive it in the bus. Get in the bus for an 8th order demos.
Yep.
Hector's asking when and where is Wake the Dead.
Oh, let's
Get that ready.
fast, man, because I'm going to tell you here in just a second.
Speaking of that, yeah, I'm about to say go back over that information again.
Yep. For anybody that's getting on right now, Jonatan Cortes is on here. He's the founder and operates the Wake the Dead car, truck, bike, and audio show, which is, to my knowledge, is more so audio than anything else in that list of stuff. But it's October 19th in Jonesboro, Arkansas. They got a lot going on with this thing, man. They got tons of awards. They got lanes. Who is the what organization is coming to that?
We started it. So basically, we started it as an organization. It's Arkansas SPL. It's right there to the side of your cursor. SPL. So that's what I started in way, and that's basically what turned into this.
Okay.
So we do shows. We do shows about once a month from March leading up to Wake the Dead.
Right on.
Isn't this the show that DeClue said he's going to?
Yes.
Memphis, are you going to that?
He's been to it a couple of times.
I'm probably going to get a plane ticket and fly out there simply because.
Man, I'm gonna tell you now, like it runs right between Florida Finals and Ruckus for me. I might actually be able to make that.
Well, that's my thing because I kind of feel like if I don't do like a show a month, like I'm going through withdrawals. It's kind of like when you go to the shows. It's like you get to see you. It's like a fucking family reunion every 30 days.
Let's try and make something work with me and you in that chat with him and see if we can get up there because that'd be a fun one to go to. I might bring the Suburban or something up there just for fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly.
I know Dan Current's coming too, so that should be interesting. You know.
Oh man, is he gonna kick our asses since we both got Hurricane in him now?
He might.
He
might. I'll accept it. We should recreate the video.
Yeah, he's gonna walk up on your ass and he's gonna be like, "You're bigger than me."
Hey, Dan.
Not tomorrow, Dan. Today.
Not tomorrow, Dan.
So to elaborate a little more on this Wake the Dead show in October, though, this is the entire venue. The teal is the hotel area. Spectator parking on the top and bottom. This whole orange area is possibly a cruise lane, but everything inside of here is car show or car audio related. It's a massive venue, so this should be a pretty awesome show. I'm hoping that we can make it to that. So
let's see if I can recap the color codes without anybody telling me.
Let's do it.
Yep, yellow is the car show area. The blue is the audio area. The green is where the bathrooms are, and I think there's food, I'm not mistaken, and wrestling. I heard wrestling.
Possibly.
I don't know if I was correct, but I heard wrestling.
That's the arena, basically. That's the indoor arena.
Okay. The parking is the red on both sides. It's a baseball and a football field. And the blue is the hotel. The light blue is the hotel.
Yep.
And what I didn't get purple?
Competition lanes is in the purple.
And if we go all the way up 400 miles north, you will find the stunt wall area.
You know what? You're good that you said that because I was going to say in the next county.
Yeah. 400 miles north. Put like a pink circle somewhere up there on the map.
Right there in the middle of the football stadium.
Right over.
There's a little for the 22 stunt walls where you can all stand.
Right.
Believe it or not, we don't get stunt walls like some of the shows you guys go to. I mean, we get a lot smaller stuff. I think the biggest one we get is Dan, really.
So you know what that means, everybody. We have to build stunt walls dedicated to waking.
You know what? We're gonna have to build something. We're gonna build them on a smaller scale though. They're gonna be called activity walls.
Like the activity board.
Like 4, 6.5.
This is the whole show. The stunt walls are going to be way over here. So if anybody's got a stunt wall, I'll give you coordinates. That's where you can park.
Well,
drop a 10-digit grid.
Mike, you're coming to finals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ben's asking you down there. By the way, Wes brings up a great idea.
Ooh.
Midget mud wrestling.
That's everybody below 5'5".
Well, goddamn, just put an hat on you.
Eric Tom Cole.
Yep.
What's
truck
up,
squatter
buddy?
activities.
Yeah.
Truck squatters have activities.
Activity walls.
All right.
Watch that shit stick, man. I'm telling you right now. It kills me. We were out that meet, and these fucking kids pull up with their trucks, and it'll be a nice truck, man. I'm like, why do you have a pickup truck? Because the whole bed's full of scar.
Dude, wait till you go to You've never been to Made of Steel, I take it then.
Oh my god, dude, he ain't gonna like that,
bro. That's nothing but fucking. And don't get me wrong, I'm not build bashing here, but it's 90% of the vehicles that are on the premises are fucking trucks that are squatted.
Well, did you see the picture I sent y'all the other night of the red pickup I'm building in the shop, right?
Yes.
It's a
pickup.
full, yeah, it's got a full PRV stunt wall in the truck bed.
Yep.
And that customer came about a month ago. He wanted the full interior redone, seats upholstered, everything. And I was like, "What do you want?" He was like, "I want 4 12-inch fucking PRV speakers in each door and 4 at each stunt wall and a total of 16 horns and 16 tweeters."
Bro.
I was like, "Cool." I said, "Cool.
I'll take your
I said, "What about the subs?" He's like, "I don't want any subs." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Nah, I've heard a lot of shit, but I've never heard of somebody wanting the full highs and mids, no subs."
That's
So
crazy.
I spent like an additional 30 days talking him into getting subs in the back. I said, "You are going to be back here in 2 months after it's done, and you're going to want subs. I guarantee you." I was like, "Just go ahead and get them now."
Yep.
And so he finally was like, "Okay." So now he's got 2 15s in the back, but that stunt wall is going to be loud.
That's going to be wild, dude. Dave, I put that up for you. It's next month, 21st, 22nd. It's Brooksville, Florida. It's just north of Tampa.
Hey, just keep in mind, usually on the 20th, a lot of us get together and hang out that evening and do some fun shit. So if you get there early like the rest of us, you guys can too.
Speaking of that,
I said made of steel with all those trucks. I meant scraping the coast.
I figured that. I heard that Scraping the Coast is pretty much a truck show.
Kind of what
Made
I
of
was
Steel
thinking.
gets a lot of stunt walls and shit, but thankfully enough, John Kent, who runs like Made of Steel and Florida Finals, he puts them in their own parking lot, like away from everybody. Facing
And
the
you
opposite.
can't hear them.
It's nice. Like you know what, you can hear it, but it's like they're where you had them in last time is like the whole show is like a big square, and the back corner is surrounded by a fucking forest, and they were all firing at the forest.
Yep.
So they didn't piss us off at all, but all of the squirrels and the birds.
Yep.
And the
That's
lady
fucking
that
hell
was
of a
3
time.
miles away that posted 14 times that her house imploded.
Yeah, she's like, they put a post up about how we fucking knocked the TV off of her hinge on her wall.
Well, she needs to contact Best Buy and tell them they
Dude,
did
she
a
put
shitty
that up, and
install.
everybody after the
Yeah.
show on Sunday went over to the fucking Best Buy parking lot right next to her house and demoed for like 20 minutes till the cops showed up. I
Holy
told them, like,
shit.
that's a horrible thing to do. Don't put up the
That
post
is
like that.
definitely bad. I don't encourage stuff like that because
I
I
do.
think it's bad for the community. However,
No, I don't encourage it.
I don't discourage it.
Listen, all I'm going to say is this: play your music when and where you see fit.
But I used to do, when I used to drive my audio vehicles around, like when I would actually drive them, I used to do the opposite of what people do. Like people used to turn down at the light. I would turn up at the light and I would smile as people tried to creep their cars forward, like that was going to make it go away.
Yes.
Bro, that kills me when you're at the stoplight playing and they creep like 3 feet forward into their bumper of the car in front of them.
Yeah,
Like,
or roll their windows up. I'm like, this is sound pressure. It doesn't
yeah, you know
work
what?
the
I'm
same.
telling you now. As soon as I see a window go up, it's like my fucking finger automatically knows the bass down needs to come up. I'm like, if you know what? Listen, either I'm enjoying it or we're enjoying it, one or the other.
No, that was me. It's like the whole thing is like I feel like a evil villain every time I see him roll it up. Like the way I'm like, you think darkness
Bro,
is
what the
your
hell do you
ally.
expect? You got 30 subs in the damn thing.
Hold on. Dave, message me or Mike. We will get you a ride for sure.
If
dude.
you want to come through and come in, I'll have you fly into Tampa. And one of the Mike's on the team. We got plenty of teammates to pick you up.
Yeah, we'll get
Yep, and they said they will also pay for the ticket.
Hey,
Stop.
wait till you see the fucking B&B we got.
Shout
We
out
got
every
we got
time
a
I leave my
we got a
house is well
7,200
toned.
square foot fucking mansion for finals for 16 people. And like I
What?
was looking at the stuff because we were gonna get one of the nicer like small B&Bs like we normally stay at, and they're like $1,500 for the weekend. I made friends with the lady who owned the B&B we were at for last year, and she's like, "Hey, if you guys want the bigger one, we'll give it to you for $300 more. It's got a heated saltwater pool, 2 hot tubs. Fucking, it's like 8 bedrooms." I'm like, "Yeah, we'll take that."
Memphis should come down for that one.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be fun. And that's
When is that?
Car audio show
29
September
days.
21st and 2nd.
29 days?
Yes, sir.
Cool. I think I got like 140 leave days on the books, so
Jesus,
we're good. I don't never take leave legally.
Bro, you got to come down.
I'm gonna fly.
No, I want Frost down there.
Hey, real quick, Dave.
Oh my god.
Benjamin Kirkpatrick, that's down in the chat. That's one of our teammates that you didn't get to meet when we came up to Sundown, but
Yeah, right here.
he's right there and he's a great dude. If you want somebody to talk to, if you're serious about flying in, that guy can get you taken care of pretty quick.
Either way, we'll get you squared away, man.
I talked to John Hart about coming in too. I need to check in and see if he's actually coming or not.
Yes, somebody tag.
He needs to hyphen. He needs to hyphen his name. Put a hyphen between Ben and Jammin.
Benjamin.
Yeah,
Ben,
that's perfect.
that's
Perfect
what, you know
audio
what?
name.
It pisses me off because our team chat, everybody wants to give themselves nicknames. So you never know who the hell's talking anymore.
Oh, dude.
But he kept changing his shit to Benjamin. I'm like,
Yeah,
you're
that's
driving
right.
me nuts with that shit.
All of my chat, all of the chats that I'm in, like some of them I don't even know who's talking because I don't know the nicknames. I don't know the real
Look.
name.
Bill said he's probably coming.
No shit. Damn, that's a fucking haul, man.
Yeah, it is. I ain't gonna lie, that's a drive.
20
But
hours.
that's
So
like
y'all
that's
are used to driving 14 hours at a time.
Yeah, I definitely am.
I hate it.
I
I hate
hate
driving.
Yeah, you're right.
My shop's an hour away.
Oh
and I
shit,
hate that.
Ben replied to you, Memphis.
He said that's Hurricane Frosty. He said, "Come and I'll pick you up from the airport too, Memphis." Oh shit!
No.
Are you
He replied to you again right below that.
I prefer Ben Gage. Lemmy Winks.
Dave, they're coming in from New York.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm 20 hours too from Ontario." I used to hang out in Canada all the time. I was raised in Detroit. So
20
we used to
hours
drive.
plus the border crossing.
Well, he just got to drive through the tunnel from fucking Canada to Detroit. It's like a fucking 5-minute tunnel.
Dude, we used to. I lived in Ohio, right at the line of Michigan and Ohio. So we'd hang out up like Telegraph, like Dearborn Heights area and shit all the time on the weekends.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you what, you guys had some crazy shit going on there. Because I mean, we leave our state to come up there for parties on the weekends. Man, you want to talk about some weird shit? Car audio shows, people doing takeovers and shit, and then I don't know what it used to be about them like running around doing donuts in the middle of the road shit with dildos stuck to the hoods of their cars. It was like the funniest shit ever.
They were all in the Navy.
Bro, yeah, fine. Motherfucker.
Oh shit,
dude! I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't remember shit about what we talked about last night. I know it was funny as fuck. I seen a picture of my dude gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you talking about on the fucking on last night on the chat?
Oh, dude, it was my dad message or not my dad. Carl McNeil messaged me. He was like, "Damn, motherfucker, you could have invited me. I'd like to bullshit with y'all." I'm like, I'm gonna tell you what, that came out of nowhere. We just started talking, and it turned in like an hour of us telling gay jokes at each other.
Yep. Gay chicken.
I'm gonna say who won that the other day.
There's no safe words.
Damn, Hector said his trip was 24 hours with detours.
Man, the longest
to where
so far was 17 and a half hours to Made of Steel.
Nope.
I
haven't reached that level of dedication yet.
I know Ruckus is just under 14 hours for John and I.
Man, Ruckus is grueling. It's a grueling 3 hours from me.
You know what, Memphis? Just get it. Yeah. Now, I want to see. I want to make Texas Heatwave, and I don't know about y'all, but I really want to try and make the showdown next year.
No, I'm going to fucking Sky High Barbecue. I got to go to the Sky High Barbecue.
Yeah, let us know, Dave.
I'm going to fly to a couple, to maybe like 2 or 3 shows on the fucking West Coast next year.
Yeah, I want to go out to the barbecue too.
Or I might ship. Of course, I'm gonna ship Frost. I might ship Frost out there because that's a whole sound cube thing. So those guys, I feel like they need to get their hands on that vehicle. I'll probably ship it out there, and then probably just leave it with them for like the fucking summer.
Tell John to pay for the shipment. It'll be all right.
Don't say it too loud. He might fucking pay to ship it today.
Hey. Next thing you know, have a million stickers all over it and shit.
I will mail the keys to him in the mail, and he can fucking ship the truck there. That is fine with me. But I know to get a vehicle from Virginia I shipped the vehicle from here to Hawaii. It was $2,700, so it wasn't that bad.
Ridiculously cheap.
I shipped my GTO from Ohio down here enclosed on its own trailer for $1,500.
So I think you know what, I might do that. I might ship it to them at Sound Cube and fucking Sky High, probably like a week or 2 early, or maybe a month, and then just fly out there and visit and then fly back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake said he's got 412K on that. You know, you wouldn't believe it. That blue Suburban's got 800,000 miles.
Holy shit.
Good lord.
And dude, I'm
Driving
it
driving a
was
literal coffin.
it was beautiful all the way into South Carolina, and then I got to South Carolina where it started getting hilly, and that fucking small block was hating life. But
No, it pissed on me the whole time back.
Okay.
Like I'm talking about to the point where I was like, "Yep, I'm just gonna pull over."
Oh shit.
But it pissed me off because every time I pulled over, the rain stopped.
see, I want to feel bad for you, but you have windshield wipers and working AC.
Because I drove my fucking daily up there.
Yeah,
You were better off than me, bro, because I'm on my shit. We went to go to the hotel. I left from Sundown Show, I think, or dinner or something. Was it dinner, Mike? I went back to the hotel. I passed all those guys, and fucking car started fishtailing on the back end.
yeah.
Oh shit.
But we thought he was trying to drift, man. That shit. All I could hear in the background was, "I don't want it if you know." And you just start hearing
The Tokyo Drift.
Bro,
Hey,
you know what?
Did somebody got a rebase version of that?
He doesn't even have that much weight in the trunk, but I got to keep reminding myself that he basically has two fat dudes in the back seat after the amps on the box and shit.
Oh hell yeah!
People asking for demos. Where'd Log go?
He probably died or something. His battery probably died.
That's why I'm sitting here with like a 40-foot fucking iPhone charger right now.
I ain't even lying, bro. That shit.
Yep.
I'm on my damn PC.
I tried to do it on my HP laptop when I was sitting out on the back patio, but it wouldn't load up on there. I was using the Microsoft Outlook and it wouldn't load up.
Huh.
Like the website came up, but it wouldn't load up. So I said I'm gonna spend some time this week trying to figure out how to get it to load on there so I can have a way, so I can not have to hold the phone in my hand the whole fucking time and get carpal tunnel.
You're making Ruckus, right? Both of you?
Yeah.
I don't have a choice.
So I'm really looking forward to that one. If you're going to Ruckus and you don't got other plans, Memphis, you ought to get with Mike and I. As we get a little closer to this show, I'll probably go ahead and put a deposit on a new B&B big enough for
all right. Yeah, let me know. I go down there.
What's money, man? We usually charge like $100 for the weekend or $150.
Ruckus is like November 8th.
Second week or third week?
It's the 9th.
The 9th.
It's early. It's early this time around. Yep.
They move the date.
I know it's usually at the beginning or.
Yeah, it's usually around between the 12th and the 17th, but this year it's earlier.
Yeah.
9th.
You know, I hear about Wake the Dead a lot and Ruckus. I'd like to see Wake the Dead, and I know that's the one that DeClue talks about consistently. So I really want to try to make that show.
I don't know if that's a good thing about him talking about it or a bad thing.
No, he usually says he talks about it like it's the greatest thing in America.
You got to look at it. In his case, it's probably a good thing because that means there's going to be at least 30 or 40 people that are going to pay you to show up just so they could possibly have the chance of kicking his ass.
I just want to see it.
I was kind of worried the first time that him and Dan came out here after the whole thing is slam. I'm like,
You know what? We're going to do it so much better. We're going to be mature about it. Mike and Houston, all of us, if we show up, we're just going to have fucking shirts on with pictures of like swarms of tuna. You know,
I'm getting his face on a shirt.
Yeah. You should do that one in the picture I sent you, bro.
Yeah, I just want to get his face on a shirt. I tried to get somebody who was on here earlier to make me stickers of his face that says DeClue approves, and every time I got a demo, I was going to stick it on somebody's window. But they didn't make them in time, so
yeah.
I'm gonna get some DeClue stickers though.
Come on, Jacob Morris, let's do this.
I didn't want to say his name.
Ow.
He's got the equipment, bro.
It's he who shall not be mentioned.
Hey, send me your address. I'll send you some.
I'm definitely gonna send it to you because I definitely need these stickers.
Send me the picture and which one you want, and I'll put them on there for you.
All right, doing it.
Shit. Maybe in 2075 he'll make his first raindrop.
Dude, my grandkids will have demo vehicles at that point. They'll be adults. Like they'll be demoing their fucking Jetsons fucking planes.
I definitely know Wake the Dead's one that I'm going to try and start getting more involved with, getting to, and Scraping the Coast sounds like a fun one. I do know.
Why don't we plan like a trip to go to like some West Coast shows, like plan it together where we all go and
Bro,
get a fucking place out there and go.
I'm absolutely down. You know, I had this conversation with the guys the other day, and they're like, "Well, why aren't you guys doing it already?" I'm like, "Bro, this is new for all of us. This should just get to this point. We didn't, you know, so this is all stuff you got to learn as you go."
Yeah.
Not only that, but you know as well as I do, Mike and I might have a great month where we make $1 million, and next month it might be ass where we can't afford to do it. So
That's me. I tell people all the time. They always talk about money. I'm like, look, when the season is approaching and everybody wants their vehicles done, I'm good.
Yeah.
When it's not, I said, y'all realize I'm paying fucking my shop fee and my mortgage and everything out of pocket. And I was like, my shop fee.
Look at it too, like, bro, you're going to that show, and what I don't think a lot of them people understand is, right. Like, Mike, what did it cost you? I know it cost me. It was $860 in fuel and food alone just for my trip.
I got you. It cost me $3,000.
Yeah. So you figure you spend anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 basically going to a show, right?
Yep.
So I want to make sure that $1,000 to $3,000 nets me at least a customer or enough exposure to make it worth the time. And not only that, but like exposure is a small part of it. I really want to go to the show and have fun and demo and get a lot of engagement with the people. Like I don't care to make money off the show or nothing like that. But like Wake the Dead, you hear nice things about. You hear good shit about Made of Steel and Ruckus. You know, like I'm not going to go out of my way to go to a show that you don't hear about. But there's one that I've been thinking about trying and get some of the guys together because a lot of our team has came from either Michigan or Ohio. And I think next year we're all going to drive up to Ohio so I can see some of my family and hit up Good Guys.
Yeah.
They shut down Bush Boulevard up there, dude, for like 4 miles of stretch of road. And it's like a 4-lane road on each side. They do burnouts and play fucking music, got lowriders and hot rods and everything out there, blower cars and shit. So I think we're going to try and make some time to go up there and do something like that. But Wake the Dead, Scraping the Coast, and probably that would be my top 3 that are going to be a guaranteed add-on.
Yeah.
But I would really like to
do
see the showdown. Like that showdown sounds like a really fun one.
I want to do Scraping, Heat Wave, and the Sky High Barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's make it
aside from Sky High, what's big out west?
Show wise.
Show wise. I know there's. I mean, like for me, there's Heat Wave in Texas, but aside from that, I didn't know what else there was aside from the Sky High Barbecue, or I think it's
there's another show that's out there.
Surf City.
Yes.
Surf City. That's in Oregon, towards Oregon, ain't it?
Yeah. The only thing is with that, it's the same weekend Sundown Show is.
Yeah, but there's another one that's close to the time that the Sky High one is.
You gotta be careful with a lot of them shows too, though, because people like me, I can't drive my truck out there.
Right, you got trailers.
That's why
they're not gonna like. I get caught driving that shit in California, bro. They're gonna impound my shit.
That's why
like this motherfucker don't pass carb regulations in fucking 1931, bro. This shit.
That's why I would just fly. Like I think it would be good for me to go to a show where I fly, where I'm not obligated to demo, and I can actually just go and get demos.
It'd be great.
But the exposure part is good to get your vehicle out somewhere where people don't see it.
Yep.
So
something like that Sky High Barbecue, I'd probably fly to because I mean it's not a big enough show where like, you know, I need to have the truck, something like that. Like Ruckus, right? Ruckus last year was huge. Like that was fun, and it was a good time. And it wasn't even. Like, the show was this much of it. Like, outside of the show, like, cruising around to restaurants and hanging out at night, drinking at the bar and stuff. Like, it was fun to have the truck there to show off and everything. Yeah. But, like, something like the barbecue would be a fun one to fly to, like, 3-4 guys and have a good time.
Have you been to Scraping before, personally? You haven't? Well, that would be Scraping, because for me, the fun part of Scraping was everything outside the show.
Yeah, cruising.
Yeah.
And the cops
the strip.
The cops are what?
The cops are so thick down there. It's insane, man. There's got to be 300 cops. I'm not even shitting you. Like,
yeah. And it's one way and one way back on the road.
Yeah,
unless they open it up.
Go and take my truck to something like that. Because
they didn't open it this year. It was shut down. You couldn't even leave I didn't stay down that area. So when I left the show, I had to go out of the venue and turn left back towards the bridge to get across my Airbnb. You can't fucking do that. So
Yeah, it's a couple of miles one way to turn around just to go across the street.
And the couple miles will take you about 3 hours.
Now I'll say
What?
John Kent went.
Yeah, dude, it's stupid. I was pissed.
Yes.
So what you're
Yes,
saying
it's bumper to bumper, like I gave out demos in traffic because it's bumper to bumper, like you're not moving at all.
Yep.
So what you're saying is I should call JP and ask him to fly me around.
Yep.
Because
yeah,
hey,
man.
pick me up here and fly me 2 seconds to my fucking where I'm staying at.
It was something, man. I stopped at one of the intersections where there was cops in the median between the two roads, and I put my window down. I said, "Hey, man." He goes, "What can I help you with?" I said, "Hey, the road's shut down, man. I'm like, I just got to go right here and hit this bridge." He's like, "Yeah, you got to go all the way down and then loop back." And I'm like, "Bro," I go, "You gonna come after me if I drive across this median?" He goes, "Yep." I go, "For real?" "Yep." Fuck. All right.
How long would it have taken you to walk?
Pretty long, a pretty good chunk of time.
Okay, so I mean, I guess you would.
No, across the street. If you'd have parked on the other side.
Oh
yeah.
shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't leave my car nowhere.
Right, you would have been there. Park on the other side of the street.
It's bad.
Walk over there.
What's your
we
favorite?
ate at a restaurant.
What's your favorite show?
I was gonna say we ate at a restaurant, and the golf cart place was across the street, and it took us by the time to go around that when we got there, they were almost closed.
Yeah.
What's your favorite show outside of Slam and Ruckus? You know, something that you've been to that you're like, you know what, if you haven't been there, you should try and make it this year.
Me personally, I think everybody should go to Scraping at least once because, like he said, it's not just the venue is cool. The venue is really cool. The audio portion of it isn't as big as like Ruckus is just audio. Sundown is just audio. Scraping is it's probably more than half is just car show. And it's a lot of cool shit you get to see. And they have the arena inside. It's kind of like where he's going to be this year for Wake the Dead. They got a huge arena inside where they park. Like Duncan parked his show truck in there, his dually. There's it's AC in there. It's nice and cool. They got a shitload of vendors in there. But then you're literally right across the road from the Gulf Coast. So I mean, just the outside of the venue is just as cool as inside it, in my opinion. If you like to
I know John Kent went and he said it was a good time. That's where he tore the roof off the Jeep.
Yeah.
He's like, man, it's a great time, but he's like, if you're going out there, just be prepared because it's fucking hot. He's like, we jammed all down there, cruise. I'm like, see, that sounds fun to me because that show's not that far away. Like, Wake the Dead's further than that for me, which I don't mind. Like, it's not that big a deal, but I don't mind making a 10 or 15 hour drive to a show if it's going to be worth it. But my worry, like Slamology, right? I went to Slamology for like 4 years in a row, and out of those 4 years, only 1 year did we not get rained out. So like me making a 20.
That was last year I went, and that was my first year, and it was fucking perfect.
Yeah. So imagine I got to make almost 23 hour drive to go to Slamology. Don't get me wrong, I've been there before in the past. That was the first year my wife and I got married and stuff. Was the first show we ever went to was Slam. That was back when JP's Tahoe was still blue on the chrome wheels, the PSI 18s in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was a fun show, but I don't want to go to the same shit every year and not expand out, right? I want them to look at it like we talked about the influencer thing, right? Where do you want to do? Mm-hmm. You want to try and hit more shows so people see your face across that stuff, like the Sundown Show or Wake.
Yeah, you got to expand your visibility.
I think the play for next year for sure would be Texas Heat Wave because that looked really fun, and we've got some new members over there like Brian.
Thank you. Hey, Jake said something that I've been wanting to be a fucking topic. I just been waiting for a pause, but I was like, we really need to petition for that to be a 2-day show.
No, you know what is ahead of that? Priority ahead of being 2 days is a different venue.
Yeah, that too.
Or
it's overgrown.
Hear me out. Don't smash all the vendors into the fucking small side.
Well, here's the thing, man. Like, we need vendors to go there because they're bringing the money.
I get the vendors.
No, that's not what he said.
But don't put them all on the small side. Put them on the other side where it's wide open, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vendor location.
Let me ask you a question. When you show up, Mike, if you ran JS or D4S or one of these companies, and you've got you pick 5 guys to put in your booth, you pay all this money to have a vendor spot, right? Do you want to fight to show off your stuff, or do you want like people to be enthralled to come over to your booth and like have enough space to showcase what you're doing? Like,
what do you think happened to
every
us?
vendor that was
Dude,
there,
I 100% agree with that. It was
that was us for dropping Hertz. So when we initially got the map to show where our location was, we had that that little corner spot across from you where you turn out to go actually around on the track.
Yeah,
that little corner grass spot was our dropping Hertz spot originally.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was, and we had 5. There were supposed to be 5 vehicles in our booth. Plus, we were setting up all of that product that we brought out.
Yeah,
so
well, I feel bad.
We moved and we gotta. Yeah, we moved and
look
got
at Bill in the chat. Like, Bill was the only vendor that wasn't in the vendor area, and I felt bad because I'm like,
yeah, that's crazy.
If you looked at it, like, don't get me wrong, I understand it's a Sundown show, but I'm going to say this nicely, and hopefully it doesn't ruffle feathers, but hopefully at the same point it gets made. Like, I had probably some of the most fun I've ever had at a show there this last weekend, but I've never seen a company put on their own show, and they're about as attached to it as, or detached from it as you could be detached. Like, it's not really a Sundown show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right? If it was a Sundown show, Sundown's teammates should be having like have a spot in the booth. You know, it should be like, you know, the party, the pre-night party stuff, which is great, should be a thing, but only for the team members or whatever, you know, or you know, people that are, you know, making the drive in from afar, like Memphis or whatever, blah blah blah. But like, it kills me because that's a hell of a drive for one night. And the only reason we made it last longer than that is because we made it last longer for ourselves.
Yeah, we came earlier and stayed longer.
But I think Sundown is just like Bill told me and Ricky, Bill Brown, which is the whole marketing guy for Sundown now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. They've never focused on the team side sponsorship and marketing like they are now. So I think that they're receptive to it, and I think next year's show will be different. But it's a breath of fresh air when you go to something like, you know, for instance, maybe Wake the Dead or, you know, Made of Steel, Slamology, where they put, it seems like a lot of effort. Ruckus is a good one. They put a lot of effort into the vendors having enough room.
Yeah.
And having set up to where they can have room, but you have room to put your guys in your booth and have a good time and showcase your product properly so that you feel like the money you're spending is being spent the right way.
At Ruckus, I will tell you that we spend that. There's a lot of planning into the vendor spots. And actually that morning at like 7 o'clock in the morning, we are actually out there walking by foot with measuring tapes, measuring those spots and make sure that they are appropriately sized for what they paid for and they're marked and, you know, everything's labeled. So when they get there, the process is pretty smooth.
You do that with Ruckus?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you now, like I've been to 100 plus shows, man, in the last couple of years. And I'll tell you comfortably, like, personal opinion, Ruckus was probably the best planned show that I've been to.
Oh yeah, they put a lot into that.
I mean, it wasn't even so much the planning. Like, don't get me wrong, they got plenty of staff to help, right?
Yeah, the whole team.
The venue's great. How they stage people is great. There's plenty of room. Like, I don't want to fucking be struggling for room to breathe, bro.
Yep.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's cool. You get 20 people in a booth because your business is banging. You know, that's awesome. But like, we had room to open our doors and be comfortable, walk around the trucks and shit, and take turns demoing and not feel like we were, you know, struggling for a room. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Wake the Dead looks like that's got a killer ass venue. Which one's that you're looking at, Mike?
So this is the Sundown. I was just curious I was just kind of poking around in Hickory. So this is about 700 by 450 foot, and there's a fairground. The fairgrounds over here that's 1700 by 1700 feet. So it's like 4 times the size of that racetrack, and it's on level ground. I'm just poking around.
I mean, it would probably be a nicer spot, but I think that people would bitch about being in the grass.
I mean, where we were in the grass anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, I was parked in a lake.
But this is kind of this kind of reminds me of Ruckus, though, honestly, because look, this is all roadway for parking, I would assume.
Yeah.
Right, like. It looks
that looks like a good location. I don't know, and I think it's gonna. I think that Brian and Brandon and all the guys over there that are putting that together are starting to realize, like, hey, it's a hell of a lot bigger than what we planned for. But I think that maybe slightly more effort to be attached to it and try to make sure that it's like an actual Sundown show.
Yeah.
Would be a good thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I just
Well,
like you
hosted
pull up
by
the John show for
Sundown
Beta
Show.
Steel and Rogue. You know, Rogue's got their place, right? Like they're showcased.
Yeah.
They got their fucking cars out there. Everybody's got the room they need. Like with JS with you parking with us, we had 27 cars lined up in a booth with plenty of room to breathe.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
You
that
know,
was awesome.
that's what I want when I go to those shows. Now I get that some of this stuff comes down to money, but at the same point, a nice venue helps draw people in. Like I'm sure Jonathan's show, it's a lot easier to drag in a bunch of people when you have a huge, awesome venue like that.
Yep.
The
So
last
I'm
one
excited.
was
So we
pretty
need more
decent
fall
size.
shows.
What's that,
Yeah,
Jonathan?
we do. I was going to say the last one. I don't know if you can pull it up. Can you pull up Cersei map real quick just to kind of show you what it used to be?
Yep.
Obviously, since it's a new location, it's going to be a little different. Pull up Cersei, Arkansas. Let's see. Keep going down to your right. Go to your right. Hold on. Right about there. Yeah, right there where you were, where it says Queensway. Keep going down. Yep, right there where you were. Keep going right there. Keep going up. Go up some. Follow that road. Keep going up right there where the ballparks are. You see those four, like a four-leaf clover to your left? Down a little.
Oh yeah, right here. Yep.
Right there. That's the venue. So the little castle-looking thing at the very bottom where it says Google, that's the
Yep.
stage. You keep
Okay.
going. That's the stage right there. So we use, yeah. So that's the whole venue. So that's to the left is the basketball courts. That would be food trucks, and then that's one parking spot for spectators. But that whole grass on the right was our area. Then that other parking at the top was also spectator parking.
Okay.
So that's where we used to be.
Okay.
So that's how big that area was, and
Big upgrade, dude.
all of it was audio. So
Man.
hopefully this one's not too bad.
Let me ask you a question. You guys are giving out awards, right?
Lots of them.
Yes.
So that's my only other hang up with Sundown stuff. The only award that was given to somebody out of like the kindness of their heart. Like let's be honest here. Like you getting that award is because Steve Duncan decided, hey, I want to give an award, right? Like,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love Sundown.
No, that's
love
true.
everything they do.
It's
I
not
love being on the team, but it would be cool
It's not
to
a
see
show.
do
It's
that.
not an award through Sundown. It's an award through Steve Duncan.
Yeah.
Right.
I would like to see Sundown be like, fuck, man, you know, we got all these. But I get at the same flip, too. Maybe they didn't have – last year, did they have as many vendors as they did this year?
I think they had more this year.
So if they're growing, you know, the common sense thing is it's growing, right? So maybe they didn't realize that they're outgrowing the venue. Maybe they realized this year after everything they've outgrown it. Because I'm going to tell you now, like, by about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, like when everybody shut their music off and I was walking around, it was fucking packed, man.
Oh yeah, it was packed.
It's every time I turn the truck on and I see Ladorp start playing music, I had 30, 40 people standing around me. And I'm like,
dude,
looking around. Like,
nobody, even me, I couldn't, you know, where I was parked, it was kind of not really in the.
You're like right in the entrance into like the big open spot where all the vendors were. And you guys had constant traffic. Like I walked to Chops and Irby, which in my opinion, Chops and Irby were like kind of like the outliers, right? Like the furthest away from the real shows you could be.
Yeah.
And even they had crowds standing around their truck. I'm like, maybe it's at the point where they're ready for a better venue like the one that you showed or something. Maybe
you couldn't turn a decent build on in that place and not have 40 people lined up to get a demo. Yeah, I was parked right here on this corner right here. So it was like it's kind of out of the main path of everybody. And of course, you know,
But look how small that area is where all the vendors are.
Yeah,
it's maybe like a fifth of the track, really, right?
Yeah, it was
and
right.
Look at the right side. Look how open the right side is. How big it is. Like that right side was all the vendors and open stuff for like. And I'll say this nicely and loosely at the same time, like the VIP, which would be like the vendor parking for like, you know, trucks in booths or cars in booths, right? That would be a little bit better suited to probably fit most of them people in there. I just think like the show was kind of backwards on how it was set up this year for sizing, but at the same point, It didn't look too bad. When we first got there, we were lining everybody up until Brandon walked over and told us they had vendors in the middle too. I'm like, well, where the fuck is everybody supposed to park?
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Derek used to set that show
up. He did, and I know Brandon did this year. So I know Brandon was working on it and stuff because he walked over with that new map, and like Brian said, it was unfortunate because they were changing shit on the map till the night before.
Yeah.
Which, when you got 1 million people showing up for a show, let's be honest, like Sundown very easily, just like Sky High or if D4S put on their own show, like they very easily can put on a gigantic, huge show without having to do much work to market it.
Yep.
Word of mouth, Sundown's going to change it to a 2-day show or a 3-day show, and they're going to get a new venue. Like, it's going to blow up quick. John Hart's here.
Yeah, I just invited him in the.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest thing? Okay, we've done, 1-day show for the longest. And as far as like vendors, I don't bring a whole lot of vendors. I bring some. I don't reach out to a whole lot. We bring a couple local people or people I deal with, as far as vendors. My biggest focus has always been demo guys because we've done it for fun, to come hang out and have something to do. Basically, that's, like I said, that's how it started. So my question basically is, what's the biggest thing you guys like about a 2-day? What's the biggest? Because like I said earlier, we go on all day. So I mean, it's not that you don't have big enough show that's good enough. It's like it's all day. So what would you want from a second day?
Let me say it real quick, because I know Memphis has got a kick-ass point. I know Mike does, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Just purely from somebody who got a low budget, a 2-day show gives you more bang for your buck when you're trying to make a fucking $800 drive each way to a show that's expensive. And, maybe I get one show a month, if that. I'm going to spend that money. It's a lot more enticing if I got to choose between 2 shows to go to the one that's for 2 days or the one that's for 1.
Right.
Yeah,
that's a huge point.
Well,
going to drive.
I was going to say, with that said, though, I get what you're saying. I mean, when I go to shows, it's $1,500 to $2,000. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, like, example, like we do the show and we start at, let's say, 8 in the morning, and you're there literally from 8 in the morning to midnight. Count the hours.
I'm going to tell you, it does not matter. Listen, we go to Ruckus.
It doesn't matter.
We make a 13, 14-hour drive to Ruckus. We get there at a weird ass time. We get 2 or 3 hours of sleep. My ass is at the show the next day, popping a windshield on that truck.
6:30 a.m.
And I don't get what most show runners don't understand is, for somebody like me or Mike or Memphis and stuff, we don't get to see you guys very often, right? If I make friends with you, Jonathan, and we live 13 hours from each other, and I know there's a show coming up with you, I'm looking forward to it. Anybody who goes to these shows can tell you, I get a pit in my stomach the morning of the last day of the show, because I'm like, fuck, man, we're gonna go have a good time, but it's also like,
it's over.
It's over. It sucks.
It's not only that; it's the fact of not only that, these shows are a break from our regular everyday life.
Yeah.
And so you take that and you couple that with the travel, and you couple that with all these people that you've been talking to online that you've been waiting to see all this time, and then it's like, okay, boom, pop in for a day, and I got to turn around and do it again. At least 2 days gives me one. I'm not going to see everybody that I want to see on day one anyway. It doesn't matter how long you throw the show. I'm not going to see them all day one.
Told you that they wanted to come up for a demo, and you didn't get a chance to give it to them. And not only that,
I got people in my inbox right now that
exactly.
Me.
And I
wish I would have gotten a demo.
It wasn't even so much that. Like, I didn't even get a demo. Mike J came with us from my team. I didn't get a demo
from Mike. Yeah.
I didn't get a demo from Lost.
I could walk around and see people the next day.
Yeah, exactly. You could. Yeah. I could choose to make the first day about getting the exposure for the truck. Take the second day to go have fun. Not only that, but like, it gives you more time, right? You're doing awards and everything, right? Why are you rushing yourself to get everything organized?
Day 2 should be awards.
Yeah, you can do awards the second day.
The biggest reason I only do 1 day is because I only got 1 day of energy in me after a 24 hours.
To be fair, Jonathan, last year it was technically a 2-day show, man. We went from like 8 a.m. to 2 a.m.
That's 1 day.
That's what I was telling them. I've been there.
That's a long time.
I left the venue at like almost 3 in the morning that day. Like, I got home. It's only
Jonathan,
10 minutes home, and I look at 3 in the morning.
Look at what Jonathan does John Kent does a kick-ass deal, and I think Mike will remember. Made Us Deal is great, in my opinion, for two reasons. We show up, or even Florida Finals, for instance. The first day, that Friday, it's a late day. So we go from 5 until 10 or 11, and we party. We have a good time. The next day, it's a half-day show from morning until afternoon, and then they do the awards, and we leave. So you might not have enough energy to do fucking 8 to 3 in the morning. I don't have enough energy to be at your show.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
But if you're doing a half-day show,
I didn't think about that. I didn't.
It works.
Do
And I'll tell you
Friday.
what,
By 2 days, I mean Saturday and Sunday.
well, you open yourself up.
So
to
this
something.
this year we are going to do Friday.
So look, you open yourself up to, like, you can now do like a lighting show in the evening or something, like LED guys that come through there and want to do their shit. You could do night shows and stuff. Like, you can open yourself up to a lot of stuff. And not only that, but it's hot as shit all day until it starts getting dark.
Well, everything you mentioned we do on Saturday. So let me give you a little rundown. So normally we do the car show. We do the audio all day. Like, you show up, you do audio just like you do at Slam. But we do the car show from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Do awards at 3. We do some contests, some giveaways, all that. Once that's over, about 4, then we continue with the audio and the lanes and all that. And then when it gets dark, we do judging for lighting. We do, the hair trick judging. We do all the judging. All that stuff ends about 10 o'clock, 10 or 11. And then when that ends, then we go on to the awards. So what I can do, I mean, obviously probably next year, what I can do is break up the award portion, and then you come and just basically get extra demos that you didn't get on the next day. But this year we are doing Friday from 3 to 8 or 3 to 9, or maybe even longer, depending on what people show up, considering the dang hotel is in the parking lot. So,
Well, listen,
we will do that on Friday.
You have one of the cooler venues, personal opinion. From looking at, like, I'm enticed. I'll tell you this, as an outsider, I'm biased because I've never been. I'm enticed to come because I know some of the people that are going, and the fact that your vehicles, could be right there at the hotel, and I don't got to make a 30-minute drive to get there, do something great. Like, that's enticing to me. But again, everybody in here, like even Base with Kev, like the YouTubers down there talking, the shows, or Eric Humphreys is a good friend of mine. Like,
what's up, Kev?
2 days gives you the time to kind of enjoy. Like, I can even still focus on giving demos for the first half of the day, both days, and spend the rest of the day, trying to get out and get demos from people or converse. Like, I'll tell you this now, like, don't get me wrong, I like the demo stuff, but more than anything, my favorite part is getting out there, like Bill Calhoun or Mike J or Memphis and stuff. These guys that you don't get to see, but once in a blue moon, I want to go spend more than 10 minutes with them, man. We might even miss. Here's the cool part: we might miss them at the show. I didn't get a demo from Memphis or anything, but because your show ended in the middle of the first day, I got the ability to go out for dinner with everybody that evening.
Yeah,
and still get that time in with everybody, and then look forward to the next day. Right? We get to look forward to something. Like, it's a short time, man. A day kind of. It's kind of rough. And when it's one of those, like, oh, it's a one-day show, but wink, wink, we have a party. It's like, just stop calling it a one-day show then and make it a real 2-day show. You already got half the energy there. You just need to make it official. And I'll tell
Mike,
you,
are you coming? Are you coming to Wake the Dead, Mike?
So I told him I'm actually really enticed to make my trip over there.
I think you should, man. It is by far the absolute best show of the year, hands down, man. There is not a better show. It is so well organized. It's a day that you won't forget, and you're gonna look forward to coming back every year.
I'll make you a great deal. I will come over there, but you got to come down to finals.
So you remember on the live when I asked my wife live? I didn't know, but she had bought me.
No, but no, not because she's gonna come in here and whoop your ass. So I don't want to be a part of that. Nah.
She had bought me Packers tickets that day. That's why she was acting funny. So I'm not gonna be able to make it, man.
You're gonna go to sorry, get one minute.
Man.
You're gonna go watch the Green Bay
But no, I mean, but you gotta get down there, man. I mean, it's a great show. There's those Arkansas guys, man. They're on a different level.
I'll tell you now, like I'm really enticed to make it for two reasons. We have
Should
two
learn
teammates
from
that
it.
joined the team recently that are going to be there. So I mean, it doesn't. If nothing else, I get to go visit with them a little bit and get to know them a little bit better. Not only that, I know Mike will be there, and I know several other people like Memphis and stuff will be there, which would be a good time. So if anybody is going that direction from the Florida, Georgia, Alabama area and stuff, and wants to get together and like carpool up there or get together or something, or if I could find somebody to pick me up in a hotel or a car or whatever at the airport, maybe I'll fly up. I wouldn't mind coming to see it. I'll tell you that I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable with venturing out on my own because I don't know about y'all, but I have super bad anxiety, right? And I don't know. I know a lot of people seem to be getting to know me better, but I still don't know everybody, and I don't have family in that area, so I'm still looking at it like it's a new situation to get into. But
Yes,
Wake the Dead, I have heard of a number of times, enough to know that it's got to be a decent show, and I know that
So if you plan on flying out, I can send somebody to pick you up.
hell yeah,
I said I can send somebody to pick you up. I've done that plenty of times.
So I'm
We got people that
text you with Mike and stuff in that little chat and see if I can get the address and everything figured out. It's far enough away. There shouldn't be any problem whatsoever with getting up there. I mean, I'm self-employed, so as far as getting up that direction, it's just a matter of getting on a plane or driving. But
It'd be awesome to see you, man. And that way you can come out and kind of get a feeler for it, man. Get some ideas and for other local shows, man. Really, if you guys, I joined late. I apologize. Have you seen some of the awards that this man puts together? I mean, he goes all out, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm going to tell you now, if it's this big of a show, though, I mean, don't get me wrong, the airplane and everything's great. Like, I'll use that as a backup as a worst case. But I really, if it's that good of a show, I want to bring the truck and have some fun.
I would. I'd bring the truck, man. I mean, it is worth it. It is worth putting the money towards the truck. I'm telling you.
Aren't you over that way?
I'm 4 or 5 hours away.
So you're definitely going then, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, man. I won't. Let's do it. That, if I could only go to one show a year, it'd be that show. 100%, man. I wouldn't miss it.
Mike, you're going up there?
It's in the cards. It's too far away for me to say right now. So
if let you and me, you know, we've got our 19 chats with me and you in it. Let's figure out with them what the plan is and stuff, and then maybe see if Jonatan wants to get in on that giveaway thing that we're doing, just as a part of it. Wink, wink, to throw them on the website.
Yeah.
And maybe we can make something fun and get up there and be a part of it. I mean, I'll tell you this. I've heard enough about it. I mean, there's a whole bunch of reasons why I should probably go up that direction, and there's enough people that I don't see there's a reason why we can't. So maybe I'll get with Ricky and the guys and see. We know we have finals for sure, and we have Ruckus on the plate, and that one's literally dead center between both of them. So there's no reason we can't do that.
John Hart, are you going to either Ruckus or Florida finals by chance?
I plan on going to Ruckus.
Okay, cool, man. We were just talking about you like 45 minutes ago, and I tagged you, and we're trying to figure out if you're going to make Ruckus or the Florida State finals. So.
Yeah, I plan on going to Ruckus, man. I want to go see Kyle's build, and I want to see Matt Brown's more power. I want to see that one. I've seen that one the last 2 years, so I want to see his again and see everybody else up there, man. It's a fun time. It's a fun show. Yeah, definitely going to go to Ruckus, man, for sure.
Cool.
I'm gonna tell you, Jonatan, you guys did a kick-ass job on those awards. That's bad as hell, dude.
Oh, dude, they're amazing, man.
You got to get Mike to share it because I know he's in the message. He sent in our group.
I sent them to you guys. I was going to say every year we have something different. Like I got some in the works this year that are going to be machine awards that should be pretty neat. Everything's custom.
I like the handmade stuff like that. That's got a little bit more like. Don't get me wrong. It's cool to win a fucking license plate that's just somebody printed. But that's a badass award. Look at that thing.
That's awesome.
That's calling dibs.
Literally.
Oh yeah, that's an LAF right there.
That's hair trick.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful, man. Like on the stage when they present it and everything, man. It's such a fun time, man.
Bro, I'm gonna show up and cheat. I'm just gonna put like 9 leaf blowers in the dash. I want that award.
There's one for Houston out there. I don't know if you've seen the one for Houston. If you look at the pictures I sent y'all. Well, Well, if you look at the pictures, you'll see why I say that.
Yeah.
I'm looking real quick. Some old
It's
ones. The Sound Eagle
before. It's an old one. It's from like 5 or 6 years ago, from the previous owners, the green ones.
Yeah.
I would like to go. I'll tell you what my enticing factor for Samology used to be back in the day. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I have all my laser cut awards that they did. They used to candy paint with House of Colors and shit, like the Flame
Oh
Award.
yeah.
So I've got a bunch of them downstairs. Like all my plastic trophies and shit, I end up throwing most of that stuff away. But anything
Yeah,
metal,
those are metal machined, powder coated. Those crowns, so they're not plastic. They're metal.
Because I'll tell you, I'm very interested. I'll tell
Gary
you,
Howard in the house.
I'll make plans to come if Mike gets to go there. It'd be a little bit more enticing, but I'm still gonna make plans one way or another to come.
Man, we love you
If
too.
you make
Gary.
plans and you need to get picked up, just let me know.
I really appreciate that too, because definitely ain't rich, but that area sounds cool. So I have to look and see what those hotels cost there. Man, Jerry's
The
such a
hotel
nice
on property. The hotel on property is $139.
That's not bad.
Yeah, $139 for it on property.
That's not bad. Oh, you know what? Jerry's such a nice guy, even though he didn't say hi to me when he was in there working. How dare him not stop doing what he's supposed to? Come say hello to me.
They locked themselves in the back room.
Bro, he was over there working on that RMA shit, and I wanted to walk over and shake his hand so bad, but I didn't want to bug him.
Yeah, they last year. That was all open, and I don't think they got anything done.
What's up, Brandon?
To be fair, I think Brian was the only one actually working other than Morello. That in the evening, dude, he was doing order after order. It was like fucking one teammate after another walking in the office to buy shit.
Yep, I think I started that because I walked in there and said, "All right, man, before we get too lost in the night, I need to get this shit so I can load it in my car."
I just emailed him. Fuller's gonna do me some custom stuff for my subs, so we're getting some one-off shit ordered, some stuff for the build house, and then get my new amplifiers in. Hopefully at Ruckus. If this is the case, I'll try to bring it to Wake the Dead. Then it'll have custom woofers and all the amplifiers. So we'll see how it goes. Put the new doors on it, get the paint done, the new hood and everything. So
You got time.
Yeah, I mean I've got 3 customer jobs lined up for about the next 2 weeks, and then after that I'm open. So goal is get these bills paid for over the next week or two here, and then I got to get with John here to see about the giveaway stuff that he's doing, as well as the others, which, mind you, a lot of them did. Did you tell Jonathan about what we're doing?
I didn't, but I'm not sure if he knows about it or not.
No.
So we're doing a massive giveaway. It's a car audio giveaway. How many winners are we up to, Mike? Like 20?
So as of right now, if I look at this, mind you, when I got to Sundown,
Potential winners.
Surprise, which we'll go over this a little bit on Thursday on my live. Jacob actually gave us some extra stuff. So we have 2 full 150 plus dB giveaways going on. Like that's literally lithium to alternator, amplifiers, door speakers, wire, everything. Mm-hmm. So 2 people are going to win a full system, and then we have 10 winners outside of that at the moment. So it's 12 winners at the moment. We're going to probably end up on 15 total. But that's literally like brand new XV315s, amplifiers, mids and highs, wiring, lithium, radio, bass knob, fuse holders, literally everything. John Hart is part of the second part of that giveaway because he's doing some brand new Joker 15s and a custom enclosure kit.
Yeah, so, man, we just got the box built today. I'm going to start epoxying it tonight.
Oh, you got to send me some pictures, man. I picked up at the show this weekend. Mike and I got to pick up and check out the fuse holders and bass knobs and stuff that Bill did.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Freaking insane, dude. Somebody's going to win some nice equipment. And then Jacob Morris decided that Amped Up and Kyle wanted to do more, so they gave us like a lot. When I say a lot, like a couple $100 worth of the best Dubner on the planet. And they did all like some brand new Sundown coaxials and shit to give away, and like I mean they went all out. They gave a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So the main part of that giveaway, Jonathan, is we call it the 150 dB plus giveaway. So it's all the, you can take a stock car and put this. It's enough equipment to put an entire 150 DV plus building for the main winner. And then the winners after that, it's all going to be, stepping down.
Oh yeah.
They're trying to promote audio to, help grow the sport. Basically, what's going on, man.
All right. By the way, real quick, I think Eric might have just came on to something funny. Apparently, it's the 2 Mike and 2 John show tonight.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention one thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say normally one thing we do also is when you guys enter, when you come to the show and you enter, you get a ticket. So if you compete, you get a ticket. If you compete in multiple, like let's say you do the car show, you get a ticket. You do the audio, you get a ticket. You enter some other class, you get a ticket. So we do giveaways as well. We get, John Hart is part of it, and a few other vendors. We give away probably $10,000, $12,000, $13,000 worth of equipment. We give out woofers, amplifiers. I mean, right now I just picked some up, like quite a few items. So we do that as well, as far as like just give away. We don't charge anything. We don't really do raffles. Last year we tried to do a scholarship, and we raised some money for it. But kind of like Ruckus does, and they pick somebody and they give the money away. Yep. We basically just give the equipment right back to all the competitors. So we do that as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you guys should all be proud of what you're doing, man. It's amazing. Just keep growing and keep being positive and giving back, man. It's awesome. I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of both of what you guys are doing. So thanks for that.
Reach out to people like you and have you be like, hey, let me be a part. Because I'll tell you, back in the day, like I don't know about everybody else, but like it's kind of surprising and overtaking to see a bunch of people that want to be in on that stuff, because it's not free. It's not like that money comes from nowhere. Yeah. So thank you for being part of it. Jonathan, if you want, man, I'll put you on our website. We can send you some details on it. Don't feel obligated to do anything, man.
That's
but
no.
Just to give you a little bit of,
I don't mind working with anything.
Maybe you guys want to do like a free entry or something, and we'll throw you in the giveaway and stuff to be a part of it. It'd be kind of neat to just get you guys on the website. Plus,
that's fine.
Anything we can work out, work with is kind of neat. But
also,
I don't mind giving back.
You see,
Eric said to get with him, he'll donate something for the giveaway.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. Solway, nice.
Yeah. So Eric Humphreys owns Hump Audio, and that's actually I got 2 builds. I got a Tahoe as well. He's sponsored by Tahoe, and that Solway shit works, man. It gets down for the money. You want like the best bang for the buck on the planet. It's kind of hard to beat that stuff. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's some nice equipment out there when it comes to Audio Ace or Sundown or Rogue or whatever, but you need something and you don't want to spend $1 million. The shit works, and it works good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, he's a good guy too, man. Which is
yeah, he is.
Makes it that much better. Support somebody that's a good guy, man. But man, I hope to see you guys at Wake the Dead, man. For real, I'm telling you. I'm not just talking shit, man. I mean it. I'm telling you, Wake the Dead is the show you want to go to. I'm telling you.
The only thing I'm gonna say is if I fly my ass up there, or I drive my Suburban all that way, and I don't get
bring your truck, man.
If I don't at least get to have dinner with you guys, and somebody doesn't at least buy me a sandwich, I'm whooping everybody's ass. Tell you right now.
I'm telling you, man. Bring the truck. You're gonna get there and be like, oh shit.
I'm going to attempt to. I'll tell you this now. I literally just put it on my calendar. I'm gonna try and get up to Wake the Dead. The only thing that's going to prohibit me from bringing the truck is if my new doors are not on. Because Mike J got to see how bad they were this weekend. Like we couldn't even get in the fucking truck. Yeah, I had to crawl in through the passenger door. And it's ruined. Like I don't know if you've ever seen.
That's why you've been doing all that working out, man. That way you can get in and out the window, bro. Let's go. Come on, man. Let's go.
You can ask him. I got pissed off on Sunday trying to leave the show. I couldn't get in the fucking truck, and I jerked on the handle, ripped the handle out of the door. So like it's past fixing. If I can't get the truck fixed to show up and play it, I will still fly up there and come say hi to everybody. At least, with Memphis and the guys, at least get a chance to like.
You got 2 months. You got 2 months, man. You can do this.
I'm working on it. I'm telling you. But I also have finals and ruckus to make. And I want to make sure I make it to as many of them as possible. So if I can get it there and it's working, or at least decent put together, I will for sure bring it. If not, I'll fly up and at least come and say hi and stuff, and get a chance to meet some of you guys. Because
man. Believe me, there's enough of us down there where we're gonna pick you up, man. You know what I mean?
You got to look at it this way too. My truck isn't like your fucking clockwork or any of these other gigantic. It's, don't get me wrong, it's nice for what it is, which I appreciate, because everybody gave me a fucking head about this big this weekend that got in it. They're like, God damn, man, you're talking it up and had me feeling crazy. But like, when somebody like you or Memphis rolls up with 47 subwoofers and 13 amplifiers on each one, like, kind of hard to feel cool about your build.
No,
Oh,
dude.
man, my build ain't. It's just another build, man.
Get that fuck out of here. My build ain't shit. It's just got 19,000 pounds of choina.
The only thing that makes my build good is you guys bringing your builds. And that's the only thing, is if we all get together and we all have fun. That's the only thing that makes it worthwhile, man. You know what I'm saying? So bring the truck.
I'm gonna do my best to get it up there for that show. Like I said, if worse comes to worse and I can't get the truck there because it's down for the paint and everything. Now, mind you, I build for a living, so getting the time to, one, put the doors on it, do the body work, build the new door panels, because we absolutely destroyed the pods and everything this weekend. If I can get it all put together, I will bring it. If not, I'll still fly up and at least come check the venue out. Because, I mean, if nothing else, I know the show looks like it's going to be a good time. And hearing
there's a lot of big builds there, man. And there's some, man, I'm telling you right now, there's so many of those Arkansas guys that are just like, I don't know why, but they just kind of like fly under the radar, man. Like, dude, what the hell, man? Like, at my show, Benjamin, dude. Oh, he floated me. He literally floated me. I'm like 220 pounds, and like
I'm not trying to get blown away into another county, man. First of all, you're gonna hurt my feelings with my little stereo. Second of all, I'm afraid of heights. But I would like to get it. What is it? Grubworm? Fucking the Clockwork build. I'd like to see, some of the stuff up there. And we do have some guys up in Arkansas that are a part of the team that would be kind of neat to check out some of their stuff. But I don't know. I want to get to know you guys a little bit better and see the area and stuff. I know Mike has been to a lot more shows than I have recently, because you went to Scraping, didn't you, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're venturing out pretty far. Like me, I'm trying to get to that point, but I'm also trying to do it and do it with a truck that probably should be trailered everywhere. But
yeah, dude, I was just gonna say your truck gets an added 10 dB because it's actually a fucking daily.
Yeah.
That's the most insane thing about your truck.
Just so there's never any confusion. Like, I used to hide the number because I didn't want people to think anything. Like, that truck does a 63.6 sealed at 34. Like, that's my number. That's it. The truck doesn't get any louder than that with what's in there currently. I don't have enough power to get into the third peak to see what it's going to do above like 46. Because it's 24, 46, and 51. The truck peaks at 34 and 48. I've never had enough power.
Is that a burp or is that music?
That's just burp. On music, the truck will do a 62 in the low 20s.
Nice.
It likes to be in that area, but it's also a gigantic ratio. And like everybody that's been in it, they can feel. I mean, it's not like Chase, for instance, or like Memphis's truck in the mid 30s. It hurts. I don't do fucking 68s. At 40 hertz. I can't. I don't have enough power for it. But at the same point, I'm also fighting with small cone area. You guys got what? 3,000 square inches of cone area. I got 1,000. So if I could get the truck, windows down, if I could get it to 65s with what Jacob Fuller and Brian and I talked about this weekend, I'd be happy. I'd like to see that on music comfortably. And I think with the 818s that we're going to go to here soon, that's going to happen. I actually got my subs up for sale. One of my teammates reached out to me today and wants to buy them. So I think I'll make Wake the Dead and Ruckus, and then those subs will come out and the truck will get tore down and rebaffled for 818. So
that's funny, man. That's the two shows that's on my radar, man.
What's that?
Wake the Dead and Ruckus, and after that, back to work.
Yeah.
Well, because you go to Ruckus, man, and Ruckus, well, for us down here, we still have like the toy drive and shit, which is John Kent show for Christmas, but it's always warm down here anyway.
Yeah.
After that, there's really not much other than Eastbound Get Down in January, which is in Daytona Beach. And then from then until June, it's like fucking dead season. So I've got all the time in the world to tear the truck apart, rebuild it. And even if the truck's not like playing for Eastbound Get Down in January, I can always take my Tahoe out and play with it or whatever.
Hector, he's got 4 Team V2 18s in there, right, Mike? 18s?
Yeah.
18s. So it's like the motor force on that's
Hector has the SDDN. He's basically got the same build, and so realistically, the Team V2s that I have with the Neopoles are slightly stronger than what an SDDN is by today's standards. They have the bigger spiders, but now Jacob's got the tool 12-inch spiders for those as well. So realistically, sub for sub, the trucks are about the same. The only difference is I've got a 117 cubic foot 8th order in my truck. It's a tapered horn style 8th. So I got roughly 20 cubes on the rear chamber, 22 cubes on the rear chamber, and then the front chamber 67 cubes.
Yeah,
the rest of it's all my front cabin space, which we were playing around with the tuning and stuff. I told my dad I'd always seen people in that 6th order builds page talking about how to get their chambers mapped out and stuff, right? Like mapping out your chambers. Everybody says that shit. They don't really know what they're talking about. But we bought my new iPhone 15 and I found out that you could LiDAR like 3D scan. We literally 3D scanned with that 3D app on my phone and shit my cabin space. We tuned that front chamber for that. But it's not. I know yours, Hector. I know your build. Don't get me wrong. I have a whole fuckload way more cabin space to try and pressurize everything. So I'm never going to be as loud as yours doing the 67 or 8 with them 4 subs. But
And Mike, I look forward to hearing it. Wake the Dead, bro.
You motherfucker. I'm going to give you the best Windows 65.
I hope so. I mean, dude. It sounds amazing, man. You can't advertise it and then not come bring it out.
But I get serious anxiety because like a 65 in my truck with the windows down or a door open, and then they go get in something like yours or like you get in. I mean, any of the big builds, right? Like Duncan, where that they could fart a 68 like on low power goofing around. It's like I get embarrassed because I'm like, man, I want it to be a big build, but I can't compare my shit to that.
Now I'm quiet, man. I'm
full of shit.
I just like to play loud music, man. That's all it is, man.
I got a loud personality.
I want to hear it, man. You gotta bring it down. You gotta bring it down, Mike.
I'm gonna come to Wake the Dead. I am making
plans. All right. You got to turn it here.
Trying to get it done, but yes, we got to make sure that.
What's in his arm?
Dude, he's gonna smoke. He's gonna burn. You're not gonna have any tread left if you drove that there and back.
Bro, I shit you not. We left the house with 11:30 seconds on my back tires. I got home with 8:30 seconds. I did. It was insane how much tire it took off of them things.
I wonder if there's anybody that's got a car hauler that you could get it on there with for a few $100 or something.
The problem is we've towed it on or behind Smiley's dually. One of my really good friends that we race. We've got a 70 Nova, like a pro mod that we race during the wintertime down here.
How much does it weigh?
What?
You got a steel cage in there?
No. There's 31 sheets of CDX ply in that truck before the blonde wood. That's the final layer.
Yeah.
So there's roughly, I'd say there's probably 4,000 pounds sitting on our rear axle. If I send you pictures of that truck without the actual like skin on it, the pretty skin, and show you how thick everything was, because when we put that wall together, that was the first thing that we'd ever built in together by ourselves, the way that I felt needed to be done the right way. Because if you get into a lot of these builds, for instance, like what's the go-to? Like, oh, my roof's not thick enough, or the side wall wiggles or moves and shit because it's not thick enough and stuff. My roof is 4 layers thick of wood, and then between each one of my roof braces is solid 2x12 stacked. So my roof is like 6.5 inches thick. The front loading wall, my mids and highs amps. Everybody gives me shit about the amps being inside the wall. Each side wall behind that door, if you open up my back door, is 5 layers of 3/4. And then, however many tubes of PL Max and foam and shit. Like, it doesn't move like everybody thinks it moves.
I can't wait to see this at Wake the Dead.
It's not it's not steel cage like your guys' shit, but it's as good as I could. I couldn't afford to pay somebody $10,000 to go steel cage my truck. If I could, I would, but at this point, somebody wants to buy that Suburban so I could go build something new. I'll fucking get into steel cage and something. But I don't want to turn into Hurricane Declue and fucking be 2037 before my truck's on.
We don't mention him. If you say his name too many times, he's going to show up. Mike J,
Mike tried it earlier.
Stupid dude. It's like Beetlejuice, right?
That's exactly right. Mike, if you come down, man, it'd be a good time to grab one of them 18s so you can test out.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I mean, motivation, bro. Let's
You know,
go.
it'd be a great time.
You won't be disappointed, man. I promise you, dude. There's taco trucks everywhere. There's so many food trucks, man. It's hard to stay focused on base. Like there's so much other stuff.
Do you see that? You see that enticing right there? He threw the Mexican food at you.
Yeah,
I'm not even
Straight
kidding,
to
man. I'm
tacos.
talking
You
like
fucking come in with like like a hot dog cart or straight to tacos.
Yeah,
I think there might be a margarita bar.
Ooh, now you're talking.
I'm not even kidding you, man. Like
It's easier for
I'm
me to
telling
come
you,
to this him because it's about 8.5 hour drive for me, and I've only got my little car,
it is
4,000.
worth it. I'm telling you, man.
You know
I'm
the
down.
bad part is though, you
Grab
talk
a
shit
whooper.
about my little car, my little build. You're not that much quieter than some of the big shit out there from a trunk that's not even sealed off.
You admitted
Oh,
it.
dude, I was watching some demos of your
Still
build
drunk.
today earlier, Mike. Yeah, man, that dude, I need a demo.
I'll tell you comfortably right now, I've sat in thousands of trunk builds. I've never been in one that made me smile like that. Now, yet I haven't heard logs yet, which I know they're pretty similar, but the first demo Mike gave me, I was kind of like, oh, okay, it's all right. He fucking hit me with the second song, played right where that sub wanted to be, dude. And I was really surprised. Like it's very impressive for what's there.
Yeah, man. I look forward to hearing it. October 19th.
John.
All right.
When they tell me, well, I can't drive 8 or 9 hours, hey, I do the same. So I mean, I know where it's at. I haul 3,800 pounds in my build, and I drive 9 hours or 10 hours or one way.
What do you got? What do you have?
He's got
I got 815s and a C-pillar. 815s. I had 8 8Ks.
I like you that much more.
It's on my Facebook. Huh?
Oh, dude. Mike, you ain't never seen Jonathan's build?
No, listen, man, I'll tell you this now. Like, I don't know if Mike is the same route, because I know him and I are kind of moving towards that same goal, right? But every time I've been to a show, I don't get the time to walk away from my truck. If I turn it on, I'll tell you what happened. We built that truck 2 years ago, right? And I'd never really seen a show out of state until the beginning of last year. Well, as soon as I brought it to the first show, all of my social media started going nuts with like requests for friends and shit, because everybody's like freaking out about the amps being inside the wall. I'm like, okay. Then Joby Condren added me, and there's something with Justin Irby and all the guys were like, where he was asking about if the subs were gonna fit. Dude, that's fucking pretty.
Is that it?
Yeah, man, look at that. His subs are like hovering. And the cool thing about this, man, and you got to come to Wake the Dead to see it, but the one on the top, dude, they spark.
It's good with that, dude.
And they don't stop, dude. I'm telling you, man. Getting a demo for Jonatan Cortes is a whole nother experience, bro.
And like, because I'm telling you right now, you sneak that shit in there so good. Like, hey, man, you would not believe it, but last week we were doing my taxes and something came up where I was talking to this guy about Wake the Dead. But no, for real, that wall looks beautiful, dude. Like,
yeah, it looks badass.
Yeah, man, it's a fun time, man. That's a wild ride, and there's 4 seats.
Old school style enclosure.
And you get to move around.
Hell yeah.
It's a good time, man.
What's it in?
It's a Ram 1500.
A Ram 1500.
Ram. Oh, it's a 08 1500.
It's clean, man. Oh man, is it clean? Like it's awesome, man. It's a fun time, man. So many builds down there that come are just clean, and it's inspiring. Like for builders, like you walk through and you look at all these builds, and it's just, man.
I'm trying to wait.
I can't wait, man. I can't
on my computer wait. Like, that's badass, dude. So first of all, how's it in the C-pillar?
It's in the bed. It's in the whole thing's in the bed. It's a steel cage box, like 5-inch baffle steel, and then 6-inch loading walls.
What's that thing doing?
It started as a 4th order with 915s, and then I went to a 6th order, took out the center one. What was that?
What's it doing on a meter? That thing looks violent.
The last I did was a 64.3, I think 64.2 or 64.3.
That's fucking.
I don't really meter it a whole lot.
out of a C pillar. But it's like one of those sneaky ones though, man, because like it feels like it's like crushing your chest. You know what I mean? So
See, now you got me where I don't know if I should come because I don't feel like getting my fucking organs compressed.
Come on, man, you're a big boy.
Nah, I'm big in the fat roll area. No, I want to come. I want to see some of this stuff. I just didn't know that it was. Dude, look how pretty that is.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, especially you, man, as being a builder, you need to come down there, man. There's a lot. It's a lot to take in. Not only just like
my
there's so
terminology
many.
Builder is light, right? Because like I see the shit you guys are, but even Mike's build to like makes me smile. Like I got a lot of compliments. I guess maybe I'm hard on mine, but I look at these builds and stuff, and like your guys' finish work.
The finish work, man. That's it. It's the finish work.
I gotta get mine kind of finished up like that. Pretty.
You need to seal yours off from the trunk like professionally, like for real.
I don't know if I want to
do 2 dB higher and just fucking poo all over.
I'm afraid it won't be. I'm afraid it won't be louder.
It will be louder, man.
I don't think
it's guaranteed. Guarantee it. I will. I mean, there's never anybody on the planet who's ever had a subwoofer forward facing and not sealed it off and gained. Like
it'd be fun to test. It'd be fun to test, man. You know, you can definitely seal it off and then bring it down to weight to bed with Jonatan Cortes set up.
Bet if your shit doesn't gain, if you seal it off properly, if it doesn't gain, I'll give you my fucking truck loaded. I would bet that much. I would be that solid, like guaranteed.
I don't know, man.
The only way that it's not going to gain is if you decide to take it out and go with like a Scar EVL.
We're not
you never know, man. You never know, man.
I'm waiting for John here to send me 621 so I could go put something monstrous together.
You don't want that headache. Those things are heavy. That's a good looking build, Mike. I can't wait to see it at Weight to Dead on October 19th.
Dude, I want to bring
What's that in?
I'll tell you, like, unequivocally, I am extremely surprised we didn't kill anything this weekend because I thought some shit was gonna be broken, but it lived and it did well. Like, don't get me wrong, it's on low power, so it's not anything crazy like y'all's right now. But
So what is that? Is that blue or is that like teal?
So that is, I had a Jeep. I'd have to pull up a picture to show you, but I had a badass 96 Jeep Wrangler, or not Jeep Wrangler, Jeep Cherokee, excuse me. I had an XJ lifted like 13 inches on 37s.
Yeah.
And we were on our way to Florida truck meet, and I hit a big hole in the road that we didn't see it. I ended up flipping into a guardrail 7 times. So I had a gallon of paint left. I was going to repaint the truck and everything, and I paid my paint guys to come over and do all the body work on that Suburban because it looked like shit when I got it. And the dude's like, hey, I know you paid me the deposit and paid me for all the labor to get all the body work done, but I want another $2,000 to paint it. And I'm like, no, we agreed on a price and I'm not paying you extra when I've supplied everything. All you had to do was the labor. And the truck sat in the driveway, yellow and black mixed, like just sprayed yellow and black. He's like, hey, I'm not going to touch it. Then I was like, all right. Next day I drove it 75 miles up north on the highway, my buddy's house out in the middle of Fort Pierce. And I sprayed that paint mixed with Raptor liner on it. Nobody could tell me if it'd work or not. But it's BASF and Diamond Platinum premium paints mixed, but it's radiant.
Oh, that's what's up. So it's got the Raptor liner in with it too.
It's Raptor. The whole truck's Raptor, but it's got like $6,000 worth of paint mixed with Raptor on it.
That's what's up, man. It's a cool color, man. I really can't wait to see it at Weight to Dead. October 19th.
It flip flops, man. It goes from green to blue. It won't be that color. It'll be a different color when you see it.
Yeah, man. So. Yeah, it's neat. I like it. I like the bright colors, and because it's easy to see, man. You know, so when you have a big old crowd and there's all these demos like at Weight to Dead and all these vehicles,
I was gonna say,
I'll be able to find you easy. You know,
Mike, I tell you, dude, he's on some troll shit tonight. I'm gonna have to bring it. I'm afraid he's gonna start hitting me with shit like the glue. Oh, start hitting me with all that stuff on there and shit on my fucking messenger. He beats me up, man. He beats me up all the time. I want to bring it. Like I'll be honest, like I don't, because I want to just fly up there, make it an easy thing, come see everybody and hang out and stuff. But at the same point, it's like going to them shows and seeing everybody demo, and you know that you got something that's kind of decent.
Yeah,
kind of sucks that it's not there, especially like Mike knows when he goes to a show that there's not many trunk builds. I can't think of any trunk builds off the top of my head that are louder, like on music.
There's a couple out there that are much louder than mine.
I'm sure there's a couple out there that burp louder and stuff. But as far as a real trunk build, like daily driven, just straight gets it and plays well, like that car is great.
I give you full tilt every fucking demo. I don't care who you are.
Trust me, you can smell it. You know.
I think that's a dying breed, and I hate that, man, because like I think we all kind of grew up with the trunk build. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to see some really cool trunk builds at Wake the Dead. So
I'll tell you, I'll tell you what I'd really like to see is some more badass old school like 80s, 90s builds. You know what I'm talking about? Like the old school builds. Don't get me wrong, but the days like of me, like I ask everybody if they want to hire a low note, and it drives me nuts because the only thing everybody wants is wind.
Hey, Mike, let me stop you real quick because I got you here. Okay, so you wouldn't know, but maybe Mr. Cortes could pull it up. I don't know if he has control.
Let me guess.
He has a 90s minis truck build that he's going to have on display at Wake the Dead on October 19th.
I don't know. We'll see. It's in my photos. I have it here.
I got
1615.
Spike J and fucking set up plan to get down there together.
So 1615 enclosure.
Oh, it's so cool, man. That truck ever goes on the market, it's mine.
What vehicle is it?
It's a 91 S10 with the camera show. You remember Tommy McKinney's little Nissan?
I'm looking.
It's about like Tommy McKinney's. It's
that
I'll
blue
pull
one?
up a picture here to show you.
Dude, it's so freaking
No, it's
cool,
black.
man.
It's a black truck.
It's instant nostalgia, man. Like,
I really enjoyed shit like that back in the day because, like, don't get me wrong.
That's why I got in the hobby.
Everything now, and they're like, "Oh, it's loud," but then you get in there and you're like waiting for the roaches to crack, call out all the cracks.
Yeah, dude.
Ugly. I'm like, I don't want to get a demo from you, bro. I'm not trying to be rude, but your car is filthy, like, and your build.
It looks like all over.
You don't.
I send it to you on Messenger.
All right, I'm looking right now.
Oh, dude, it's bad as hell.
Oh, it's so cool, man. Those in the 90s, man, when I was in, I don't know, late middle school, high school, that's exactly that right there is why I got into this sport, man. Right there.
Unequivocally, the fact that it had fusion woofers in it makes it that fucking much cooler. It
still has that. That's what's in it in the garage right now.
To this day, I have one amp in my garage that I've kept for the last 15 years. You know what it is? Old Jonatan 4K, one of the big surfboard 4Ks that came with the suitcase. I still have that to this day.
That's so cool, man. Look at that thing, man.
I love that. That's wicked.
That's all the power plants, isn't it?
That's a motorized amp truck, anyway. Huh?
Oops.
That's all the power plants, right? All the power plant from Fusion. The amps.
Those are the amps. Yeah, it's a motorized rack. If he looks, there's a Fosgate picture with showing it all. If he looks together.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Back when it had Fosgate in it.
It looks good with the Fosgate stuff, man. It's just the nostalgia, right? Like all of us started with something.
It is.
And back in the day, when I seen the Fusion shit, I was like sold on it. Because Fusion looked amazing until you realize that their subs were like awesome looking and they all had like fucking a 30-ounce Magnum.
They did good though, man. I mean, really, like for back then, like I was a Fusion fan, man. I never had an issue with them.
Listen, they had fat mega roll surrounds.
I guess I might as well.
Like,
I'll go ahead and say it while you're on here, John. I'm gonna go ahead and rebuild it. Take that out. Rebuild a cage from because right now it's right after the extended cab. It's too close. So unfortunately, I'm gonna gut it from the seat back. I'm gonna leave the dash and everything in it. But I'm gonna rebuild possibly 12 build. Rebuild it for my son so he could use it, but it'll be a audio A subs is what we decided on. So we are gonna do subs.
Oh boy! Oh man, what an honor! Wow, that's something else, man. You're a kid, dude. You're a kid. He's gonna be a weatherman or something, right? Like he's so good at like just talking and just just I don't know, man. Verbalizing, I'm dude. He's so awesome when he does the awards every year. It's so cool to watch, man. He just emailed us the other day, and I'm like, yeah, well, of course, I got to see him say.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he's been working on stuff.
Hey, I love watching those videos of him, man. But man, what an honor. That's really cool, man. Thank you. That's incredible. Yeah, just reach out for whatever you guys need, and we'll make it happen.
I'm gonna tell you
I got
now.
it planned out already. So.
You guys, I don't know about you, but it makes it so much cooler to know when somebody's putting a show on and they actually own demo rigs or car audio shit. Like John or yourself.
This is
nice because like you're like, oh, they actually enjoyed the stuff. They're just not in this for the money.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what I do for a living. So I left work to do this for a living. So I built a 2,100 square foot shop right here outside my house just for that.
Awesome, dude.
That's awesome.
I got two. Well, there's one build out there right now we're working on actually, or I'm working on.
That's a base head right there.
He's a bass head, man, for sure. He just happens to know how to party once a year in October at Wake the Dead, the 19th.
Jonesboro,
man. Yeah, he does all kinds of crazy
not
work.
Cersei. Not Cersei.
Not there.
Yeah, he travels all over the place, man. Like really, like with his build, without his build. You know, like he's a good dude, man. He's one of the real ones, man. A real bass head. And
that's the build and the flyer right there.
I can't wait, man. Like we were talking about that show today. Like, you know, we're trying to get everything ready.
Is making plans for it. If I come up there, I'm not going to come by myself. Mike knows I always bring my business partner with me everywhere I go.
Yep.
So I'll probably have John or Damien with me, if not both of them. But again, basshead dudes, probably coolest guys you'll ever meet, man. As far as they're concerned, me, I'm all right, but you can't. John gets along with everybody, but I'd like to get up there and see what you guys got going on and stuff, and see some of the area. Don't get me wrong. The best part about this isn't getting to see everybody or making friends with people or getting to go out and have fun and demo and stuff. No bullshit for me. It's the fucking travel, bro. Getting to see your guys' area where you guys live.
Yeah.
From what I understand, Arkansas is a really pretty state too. So.
Yep.
It is, man.
Earlier,
it's a nice state.
Me and the wife, what we've been doing this year, more so than the previous years, is we'll take and go to a show, but we'll take an extra day or two, whether it's like Thursday or Monday. We'll take that off and we'll go and do something. Like when we come down to Florida, we'll go out in the ocean and check that kind of shit out. You know, whatever's in the area. Kind of make more than just the car audio thing out of it. Kind of just go and do some other stuff.
You get to go out there and enjoy yourself. Like you guys went.
Yeah, it makes it worth it.
You guys went hiking.
When
we went up there this weekend.
Yeah, when we came down to the Sundown Show, we came down 2 days early. I mean, the first night we didn't really do much. The next morning we woke up and we went and hit this amazing South Mountains, it's called. It's like 40 minutes west of Hickory. And we did a pretty awesome hike, saw waterfalls and waterfall all the way down the mountain and shit. It was pretty cool.
No, that sounds amazing, man.
Yeah, we make a trip out of all this stuff. It's it makes it easier to go, especially for like my wife likes to go to car audio shows, but she's not going to go out. She's not getting demos and she's not going to hand a demo out, but she enjoys going and hanging out with people and stuff. So I kind of been making a point to make the trip more enjoyable for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, make it a, like you said, a trip. You know, that's awesome.
Go to Sal's taco truck at Wake the Dead on October 19th.
October 19th. You
got it. You won't be there this year.
I can see the fucking taco truck and the old school build.
But all right, I'm gonna close her down. It's getting near 11 o'clock. This almost 3-hour show. It's a record for Disturbing the Peace show. I'll tell you that much. But, appreciate you guys getting on. So if anybody
appreciate you having me.
Just 100 times. Wake the Dead, October 19th, Jonesboro, Arkansas. And also you can catch at least me and Mike at next month at Florida State Finals. That's Brooksville, Florida, which is about an hour, I think, north of Tampa.
Yep.
And then November, Ruckus and School. You're going to catch John Hart, myself, Mike. I don't know who else. Lots of people. There's over 1,000 people that go to that show. So.
And like you said, you can't forget there's a show between there that I heard about recently. It's in October, I think the 19th. It's called something like Wake the Dead.
Oh,
Wake
yeah.
the Dead.
I just heard about it once.
Yeah. Wake the Dead. That's the name of it, man. It's October 19th.
Hey, Jonatan, don't disappear this week. If you get time Thursday night around 7, we do another one of these for our team stuff. Hop on there and talk about it a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll hop on and talk about it. And also,
fine.
I'll have I'm going to have the box. It'd be fun to start showing some sneak peeks of that box
I'm
for your
curious. I haven't even
giveaway.
I'm running the damn thing and I haven't seen it, so of course, yes, it'd be a good trick. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as Mr. Cortes is concerned, if you decide, like I said, that you would like to be a part of that, we can get you some more information on how to do that chat and stuff. Don't feel pressured, but if it sounds like something you'd like to do, I'll still throw you up on the website if
No,
anything.
I am. Just send me some info.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm interested. Send me some info.
I'll let
Hey,
Mike
Mike,
get on with that if he wants to.
When's the drawing? When's
So, I'll make this
when's
easy.
that?
It's a 3-month giveaway. We're doing Mike J, myself, and Log are running that with all the businesses there. We have like Sundown, Road Car Audio, Audio Ace, Ruthless Car Audio. Like we've got like 25 companies that we're working with. It ends September 26th. So at Florida Finals, which is September 21st and 2nd, Mike, myself, and a number of the business owners that we're working with are going to decide on half the winners. And then the rest during that week up until that Thursday night, which would be the 26th, I'm going to get with the rest of you business owners and people that are helping out in that chat and let you guys pick out the rest of the winners. But the two main ones, I figured it would be best because there's no better time than where Mike and I are going to be able to sit down for a minute and we kind of go over it and stuff. I'd like for the first two to be an honest thing. Like we know, car audio is a small community, right? So I already know you well enough, if I didn't know you as a person, even from afar, to know that you've got, probably a decent sized build, and I can go to your page and see a lot of that, right? So we've had 1,400 entries so far.
Oh, wow.
As of right now, a total of
How do people enter?
980-ish of those
Oh,
are
that's a great question.
Able to win. I've got 37 of them tagged right now that I feel would be good winners, and I want to go over with Mike and let him look at them and take a read and see, what he thinks. But as far as it goes, like I said, we're giving all kinds of stuff away, merch packs, all kinds of stuff. We've got a website for it, and all the businesses are on there labeled and everything. So we actually it got so big with the businesses like John helping us that we ended up going from giving away one system to 2 complete systems and other stuff.
It's cool because you give people enough time. If you're giving away September 22nd, 21st, you give people almost a month to get it installed before Wake the Dead on October 19th.
Damn.
That was good. That one was actually like you had. Yeah, I mean, as far as it goes, they're going to win a kick-ass system. I mean, we've got. Listen, some of the people that are helping us out are base heads alone that don't even own businesses.
Yeah,
they went as far as to donate tools, so people will have drills to put the stereo together.
Yep.
We've gotten a little bit more crazy with it than I'd anticipated, and it's definitely a little overwhelming. But at the same point, I'm really looking forward to seeing somebody smile because the giveaways we've done through the team stuff, or that Mike's done on his own with his stuff with ETP. I know that you live to see the smiles on those faces, like Justin Rosado winning, and I won a subwoofer for Mike and Log, and it was. Yep. I'll tell you this now, dude. I've fucking been in a million giveaways. I've never won anything, so it caught me off guard to win something from them, and I legitimately go down at least once a week and play with the little thing. I don't even have a real use for it, other than it's probably the coolest thing in my garage. I go out there and I play with it for no reason.
That's awesome, man.
That sounds really cool. But
Eric said it best right here, and I said earlier this year, like January, February, this is going to be the best year for car audio, and damn it, it's true so far.
Dude, listen, we're just you and me and Log are just learning how to do stuff like this.
Yeah.
So just imagine when we're not smaller guys in the community and we have more connections and we've been out to, for a year or two doing this, so we've got it down pat. Like, this is just the first one. We haven't even went and done anything else after this.
Barely scratched the
Oh, you
surface.
guys are killing it, man. You guys are doing great. Yeah.
And it's all
keep
because
pushing,
of
man.
people like you and, the guy like, Mr. Cortes here who runs a show on October 19th called Wake the Dead.
Wake the Dead.
And, Distribute the Peace, Bill Calhoun, Ruthless Audio, JS Alts. Like, these companies are great. Like, there's some awesome stuff we're going to go over and we'll talk about more on mine. I don't want to ruin Mike's stuff with this, but I appreciate you guys for being a part of whatever it is that you guys do too.
Hell yeah, man. We appreciate you, Mike.
Well, check it out.
We appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So, all right. Well, I'm going to call it. Mike is running his show on Thursday at what time?
7 o'clock Eastern.
7 Eastern.
I'll have you on there with me for a little bit.
That's 6 o'clock weirdo time.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You know what's funny? I shit you not. I open up Facebook on my computer, and the first thing to pop up, take a wild guess at what it is.
Wake the Dead.
Wake the Dead.
Wake the Dead, October 19, 2024.
That's awesome.
But I appreciate you guys. I'm going to hop off here too. So
Appreciate
Take
you
it
guys.
easy.
Bye, man.
Thanks, man.
Thank you guys.
See you guys.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Have a
see
good
ya.
night.
You too. All right, Wake the Dead. You heard it. Don't forget to check out our awesome supporters of this show. JS Alts, Sundown Audio, LF Audio, Coventry Car Audio, Custom Speaker Pods, Amped Up Car Audio, Sparked Innovations, Team It Hurts, and of course, Wake the Dead, October 19th, Jonesboro, Arkansas. It is time for bed.